a little more space to work. So just one of those things.
No doubt about it, and we look forward to bringing both these games to you tonight between the Rams and the Trojans. Atlantic girls 1-1 last week. They fell short to Shenandoah in a good battle at Atlantic last Friday night, and then they defeated Creston on Saturday afternoon in that makeup game from December the 13th. Here, broadcast brought to you by Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop, locations in Atlantic and Carroll. Also brought to you by the First Whitney Bank, the only bank you'll ever need, First Whitney Bank. Body Basic, call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics. And the Seed Pros, by your side to maximize yields for the word go. Your Pioneer Pros, John Becker, Mark Ventagger, Gary Dinkler, and Nick Knutson. Also brought to you by 2nd Street Auto, your transmission pros, and Cass Health. Neighbors caring for neighbors. Outfitters Plus Outlet Store, your home for personalized sports apparel in Atlantic. And the Super Bowl. Grab the gang and head to the Super Bowl for Glow Bowling every Friday and Saturday night. Swida, they're safe, reliable Swida for all your transportation needs. And Stein Seed. Stein has yield. Contact Darren Petty, your local Stein representative. Hy-Vee Bakery, Deli, Grocery, Meat Department, and Pharmacy, always there for you. You're at Atlantic Hy-Vee. Atlantic Ag and Auto, your locally owned full-line CarQuest retail store in Atlantic. And Rolling Hills of Bank and Trust, a hometown bank for hometown people, member FDIC. Also brought to you by Greg Young Automotive Group in Atlantic. They go the extra mile for you. And Olson's BP. Great food, Godfather's Pizza, and quality BP fuel. The Keep You Going company, Olson's BP in Atlantic, and Oak Point Wealth Management. Aaron Friend, welcome Aaron Friend to our sports broadcast this year. Aaron Friend, Oak Point Wealth Management, located inside Steiner & Associates in Atlantic. Trojans led in scoring by Peyton Harder coming in, but McKenna Schrader has provided some of that outside scoring as well.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, she's not afraid to put it up, and I'll tell you what, many times I've watched her shoot it, it's like, okay, is it coming down? Is it coming down? She's got a high arching shot, but they find a way to the rim.
You bet. And McKenna Schrader averaging 12, Harder 16 a game. Katrina Williams has really come into her own here midway through the season, averaging 8.6 a game with that low post spot. And then Zoe Kirchhoff at 7.33. Lila Wiederstein right about 8 points a game for the Trojans. When you look at the Glenwood Rams, they're led in scoring by Maggie McChesney, the sophomore. She's averaging 12.67 a contest. Maggie Smith, 8.83 a game coming in. And then a host around that 7-point average, Maya Doncheski, just a freshman, averaging about 7 points a game for the Glenwood Rams, coached by Ryan Rasmussen. Atlantic head coach is Dan Vargas. And speaking of Coach Vargason, Coach's Show coming up next. It's brought to you by McAtee Tire and Service, your headquarters for all your automotive repairs and Goodyear tires at 100 West 2nd Street in Atlantic. We'll hear from Coach Varg right after this from McAtee Tire.
Strengths and weaknesses.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
95.7 FM and our live video stream tonight at westerniowatoday.com. Atlantic coming off a win over Creston on Saturday. Now round number 2 at Glenwood tonight. Defeated the Rams 54-30 back on December 6th, Coach. And now 30 days later, you're going to face the Rams again here, this time at Glenwood. And when you break this one down here, do you see anything different in this Rams basketball team you're going to face here in just a little bit?
Yeah, they've got a senior player who's playing a little bit more minutes this time around, a little bit more height. Carly Llewellyn. First time around, I think she might have been injured. And just starting to get some minutes back. But it's a player who can play in the post and just has a little more height. I think she's about 6 foot. So put her in the middle and try to limit our height a little bit more. So that helps them a little bit. And I feel like they've got their perimeter shooting going a little bit more, and they've cut their turnovers down quite a bit. So they've definitely improved as a basketball team since the first time we played them. they're still struggling to score a little bit, but their scoring has come up as well. Collectively. So definitely have improved as a basketball team, and definitely starting to be able to handle pressure better and things like that. So it's going to be a little bit tougher than that first time around for sure.
Well, we talk about Glenwood's improvement. So has your ball club, Coach. And where do you see the most improvement in your team now after playing 2 games after the break and heading to Glenwood here tonight? Where do you see that improvement?
Yeah, I'd say the biggest thing is just knowing where we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to be doing, and those types of things like that. It's easy to make play calls and defensive calls, and our players know where to go, what to do, and how to play, things like that. So that's been really nice, just the comfortability and knowing our offense, our defense, things like that. The other team calls something, we know how to adjust on the floor. Our players know where to go and where to find space and things like that. That's a big deal. Just being able to find gaps in defenses and things like that. So that's really nice to see them being able to do that and being able to adjust on the fly.
Coach, as you move forward, what are some of the areas, where do you need to get to be where you want to be at the end of the season here now as we have in the second half?
Well, I'd say the 2 biggest areas, number one, I think we've regressed a little bit in turnovers. We've made some bad decisions the last few games, something we're going to have to clean up a little bit. We just got to make better reads. We had a couple really bad turnovers against Shenandoah and Creston where it was thrown right to the other team for layups. Just silly plays that we got to take out, lower those numbers. We were over 20 turnovers, I think, 22 against Shen and maybe 18 or 20, and then both teams had over 20 points off our turnovers. So that's something we can't have continuing down the home stretch. And then the other area is just confidence. When the games got tight, we just weren't as confident with the ball and weren't looking to score, and people wanted to pass rather than shoot. So we just got to find that confidence back again that we had early on. And sometimes a break can take you out of rhythm a little bit. So we just got to get back into the swing of things. Nothing worrisome, just things we got to get cleaned up as we get back into the swing of things.
How do you expect Glenwood to defend you?
Well, first time around, they played some 2-3 in the half court. They also played us man, and I think they had more success playing us full court man, so I would expect them to do that. Some sort of full court pressures, mix it up on us. Teams have had some success doing that, switching between zones and man. So I expect them to do that. They've played some kind of 2-1-2 full court man. They've had some odd front man or zones as well. And then, again, just get up in our business and play man. Teams have had some good luck with that as well. So I expect that and fall back into a mixture of things as well. 2-3 zone with some pressure there and put the taller girl in the center of that. And then, again, just continuing to play us tight and man-to-man. They had a little bit of success with that as well.
Excellent. Coach, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Best of luck tonight. We'll talk to you afterwards.
Thank you very much, Tom.
That's Dan Vargason, head coach. Atlantic girls team will have the lineups and the First Whitney Bank opening tip-off coming up here in just a little bit. This is the McAtee Tire Coaches Show with Atlantic head coach Dan Vargason. We're back with more right after this on 95.7 FM and our live video stream, westernourtoday.com, powered by Nation.net.
Good coaches know their players.
First Whitney Bank is the longest-standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Whitney Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
Yeah, welcome back to Glenwood. Tom Robinson with Roger Warren in our live video stream. If you can, tune it in at westernourtoday.com, TV, and YouTube. We'll have both these games, the boys and the girls contest, coming up here tonight. What Atlantic comes in with a 6-4 record, as I mentioned earlier. Glenwood at 2-5. And Roger Warren, when you talk about the girls team, I guess what impresses you the most here as we head into this second week of January?
Well, I tell you what, one of the things when you start naming off where the point totals were and where the points were coming from for the Trojans, you'll notice that they've got 5 people in the scoring column. What was it? Lila was at 8 points, and then we working our way up from there. I'll tell you what, if you can get that combination of, more scorers and things like that, it just opens everything else up.
We're talking about Katrina Williams because she's really added to the offense, and she gets some rebounds as well.
Oh, Katrina's come a long ways. I mean, it's just one of those things, from last year to this year, she's matured a little bit. I guarantee her dad's been working with her, and playing against Chad for as many times as I did, he's going to make her tougher. Let's put it that way.
Chad's a player is what you're saying.
That's exactly.
Yeah, Dan's a player.
You bet.
Yeah, well, Atlantic comes in averaging 55 points per contest. Glenwood, they've struggled a little bit on offense, averaging about 33 a game. And Atlantic won this one, 57-30, when these two teams met up here way back on December the 2nd. The Trojans won that one big over the Glenwood Rams, 54-30, I should say, back on December the 6th. So Glenwood, I'm sure, wants to get some revenge after that loss there to the Trojans at Atlantic here a little over a month ago. In fact, a month ago as we sit here
right.
tonight. Well, we're going to get the starting lineups coming up here in just a little bit, and we'll have the first Whitney Bank opening tip-off. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We're back with the starters next.
Have you ever heard the saying, people spend their life building wealth and neglecting their health, only to wish they could trade their wealth for better health at the end? This is Dr. Fritz Beyer, and it has now been over 30 years since my first chiropractic adjustment. I still get asked, do you get adjusted? Absolutely. I try to get adjusted at least once a month. I'm 47 now and still try to stay as active as ever. While I do get a few more aches and pains than when I was younger, it feels great to be able to step on the mat and help kids learning to wrestle. Chiropractic has helped me feel young enough to do it. If staying active is part of your future plans, call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics.
At 2nd Street Auto, it's our mission to get you back on the road fast. And it all starts with free local towing. Want your back at the shop? We talk you through your car repair with a free and fair estimate. We do everything in-house so you know who's working on your car. Our Hercules tires come with free road hazard repair, free rotation for the life of the tires, and a free alignment check. And nobody can beat our transmission rebuild and repair experts. Brakes, tune-ups, oil changes, preventative maintenance, and service work make 2nd Street your first stop.
The Trojans, the visiting team here this evening. They'll start McKenna Schrader, a 5'5" junior, and a guard. Zoe Kirchhoff with a point guard for Atlantic, a 5'5" junior. Lila Wiederstein will play the 3, a 5'6" junior, and Peyton Harder, a 5'11" senior, will be at the 4 spot or 5, however you want to look at it. And Cortina Williams, at a 5'11" junior, also down low with Harder for the Trojans. When you look at it, Schrader averaging 12 points a game, Williams 8.6, Harder 16.4 a contest. Zoe Kirchhoff 7.3, and Lila Wiederstein just shy of 8 points a contest. For Atlantic, or for Glenwood, they'll start Maggie McChesney, a 5'7" sophomore. Haley Hughes, a 5'11" junior. Maggie Smith, a 5'7" junior. And Carly Llewellyn, a 6'4" senior. Did not play against Atlantic. Now keep that in mind the first time around. And Megan Hughes, a 5'6" sophomore, gets a start for the Glenwood Rams. Llewellyn averaging about 1 point a game, so she's just getting started here post-Christmas break. Maggie Smith, 8 points a game. Haley Hughes, 3. Maggie McChesney, who's not starting, averaging 12. And Megan Hughes averaging 1.83 a contest. First Whitney Bank opening tip-off coming up here in a moment.
But there are times.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
KS 95.7 and live streamed at westerniowatoday.com.
Well done by the Glenwood pep band here tonight. Atlantic and Glenwood are getting set of the first of two we'll have on 95.7 FM on our live video stream powered by Nish Nanets. The Trojans, coached by Dan Vargason. Assistants Matt Best, Katie Christensen, and Shelby McCready. And for the Rams, Brian Rasmussen is the head coach, assisted by Brian Diekman, Victoria Nauman, and Libby Bommert. As the Trojans come out, they'll jump. Peyton Harder, Atlantic will move left to right in the black road uniforms, and Glenwood right to left here tonight at the Atlantic. So getting set to go, a three-man crew on the court, and we'll have the jump ball here. Brought to you by the First Whitney Bank, a local bank, the only bank to eliminate First Whitney Bank. Here's the tip, and it's controlled by Harder for Atlantic and the Trojans. We'll start with the basketball. Kirchhoff, top of the circle between the rings. On the left-handed dribble, back near side to Schrader. Wiederstein left wing, dribble drive, stop. Back left side, Kirchhoff. She'll bring it back out top to Schrader. Right baseline, Harder, giving it to go to Williams. Turn, shoots from 5, got it to go.
Nice shot. Didn't even hesitate. Turning good.
So Williams right there at the high block. Took the pass from Harder. Just a little lobber into the bucket. Atlantic up 2-0 on the Seed Pro scoreboard.
No, she kept it above her head, which is use your height for advantage.
Here comes Glenwood in the front courts. On the dribble to Megan Hughes. Trojans come out of that hallmark 1-2-2 zone defense. McChesney, the top of the circle, goes down inside to Smith. Her shot up, and it is no good. Foul call to the Trojans. And that'll put Smith on the free throw line for a pair as the Glenwood goes inside with it, Roger Ward, and they drew the foul. Just underway here in Glenwood. Atlantic up 2-0, and the free throw no good by Smith. Atlantic still up 2-0 here is Smith. Shooting about 66% for the free throw line, 10 of 15 coming in, and she hits that one to make it 11 of 16, 11 of 17. Atlantic up 2-1 on the State Pro scoreboard. Trojans with the basketball across the timeline is Kirchhoff on the bounce. Works between the rings, lob near side of Schrader. Schrader behind the arc deep, doesn't look at the three. Back to Kirchhoff, skip pass, left side Wiederstein. Harder trying to set up on the low block. Williams is set up on the low block, low post. There's a three by Schrader, no good. She aired that one out. Rebound Maggie Smith for Glenwood, and she'll bring it to the front court. Smith high and left, Atlantic in the 1-2-2 zone. Bounce pass baseline to Hughes. Megan Hughes, that is. Haley also starts. We got a foul called on Wiederstein.
Yep, a little too much contact.
6:33 to go in the first quarter, just underway here. Atlantic up 2-1 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. They're by your side to maximize yield from the word go. Contact John Becker, Mark Ventagger, Gary Dinkla, and Nick Knudsen. All your Pioneer seed needs. So the inbounds coming up from Maggie McChesney, right side of the basket. And she's looking in to throw, gets it out to Hughes. Megan Hughes, that is. Baseline to Maggie Smith for three. Missed everything out of bounds. Atlantic back the other way. Glenwood is shooting from behind the arc of this season. They don't have the number there listed. Trojans with the ball across the timeline. Pass left side of Schrader. Back to Harder. Down the middle. Layup up and no good. And the rebound snagged by Hughes. And here come the Rams to the front court. Maggie Smith, bounce pass inside to Llewellyn, gets by her, but it's scooped up by Hughes.
Nice shot.
Megan Hughes gets the bucket for Glenwood, and the Rams go on top, 3-2 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Here comes Schrader front court, and she's guarded a little too close by Megan Hughes, and a foul called on Hughes. Atlantic will have the ball out of bounds to the far sideline. So Williams got the first bucket for the Trojans. And now Glenwood gets a free throw and a bucket by Megan Hughes. Maggie Smith 1 for 2 for the line. Wiederstein toss into Kirchhoff, top of the circle. 5:55 to play, first quarter. Trojans go right baseline to Kirchhoff. Skip pass to Wiederstein, well overhead.
She had the right idea. I mean, she's wide open back there. It's just a matter of getting it to her.
She would have had a good bucket, like a bank shut off.
Yeah, that's right.
Atlantic back on the defensive end, inbounds to Maggie Smith. Smith on the backcourt to Hughes. Llewellyn, the 6-footer. And Llewellyn throws it away. Harder with a steal for Atlantic. Here come the Trojans. They can take the lead in this possession. 5.5 to go, first quarter. Kirchhoff, left side of Wiederstein. Kirkhoff, baseline, into Harder. Right at the elbow. She'll take it to the rim. Runner up and good. Nice look by Harder.
That was a very controlled shot. Just like you said, a little runner there. Drops it in.
Atlantic back up by 1, 4-3 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Llewellyn. And pass to McChesney. She'll get it across the timeline. Bouncer to Smith. Back to McChesney. Low block. Still turn. Pivot. Shoot. No good. And the Trojans have the rebound surrounded. Harder got it. She's averaging over 12 rebounds a game for Atlantic. And we're under 5 to play first quarter. Trojans leading 4-3 on the St. Pro scoreboard. They work the ball left wing to Wiederstein. Glenwood in the zone as well as they rotate. Here's the pass to Williams. A tough pass, and the Trojans turn it over. McChesney with the basketball. Coach McChesney high and left. Looks inside to Llewellyn. The 6-footer turn shoots, no good. And the rebound loose, and it's going to be a jump ball.
Be white basketball.
So the Rams will have it. Here comes McLaren in for the Trojans, and Lila Wiederstein will come out. 4-3 Atlantic with the lead, 4:34 to go first quarter.
You can't let her catch the ball that easy in the middle.
At 6 foot, you've got, she's going to be a little bit of a handful.
That's exactly right.
There's the inbounds to Smith. She'll fire a deep three, no good. Rebound Harder again for the Trojans, and she'll bring it across the timeline to Kirkhoff. Atlantic sets up on the offensive end. McLaren looks back out top to Kirkhoff, and a travel call on Peyton McLaren. A turnover for Atlantic. Talking to Coach Vargason in the pregame, he loves the way the teams are playing defense. They've improved there.
Right.
They've improved on their offensive flow for the most part, but he thinks they've regressed on turnovers just a little bit. And sometimes you think because they're playing hard too.
Yep, that's right.
There's a turnover there. McChesney has the ball for Glenwood. Almost threw it away. They get the ball down low, and shot put up no good by Doncheski now in the game for Glenwood. So the Rams rotate in Jancheski and also Malin Johnson. Malin Johnson now in for the Rams. Atlantic up 4-3, 4:20 to go first quarter. They go baseline to McChesney. She'll kick it back out to top to Johnson. She'll shoot for three, no. Rebound knocked in the hands of Harder. Atlantic gets the ball back. So one thing the Trojans have done pretty well is allowed just one shot.
Right.
4 minutes to go first quarter. No one has really got hot here in this frame. Under 4 to go now in the first. Trojans almost throw it away. Is poked out of bounds by the Rams. As Maya Doncheski in the game now, and she's had a pretty good season. Doncheski averaging about 7 points a game off the bench. McLaren top of the circle for Atlanta, leaves it off for Kirkhoff. Kirkhoff looks for Schrader, top of the circle. Schrader yet to a fire. Well, she fired 1-3. Kirkhoff drive, give it
nice
to go. Williams
pass.
layup. Good!
Nice
Give it go to Williams to Atlantic. Now up 6-3 in the Seed Pros. And Williams with 4. 3.5 to go first quarter. Glenwood with the basketball. Out top is Maggie McChesney, the point guard against that 1-2-2 zone. Bounce pass to Hughes, Megan Hughes, and the ball is stolen away by Kirkhoff. In the hands of Schrader. Pass ahead to Harder, and Harder had to save him from going out of bounds, and she didn't quite get to it. It's going to be Glenwood's ball back.
Yep. Well, the right idea. Get out and run with it.
3:18 to go, first quarter. Johnson back to McChesney. Left wing to Haley Hughes. Near side to Maya Doncheski. They get out top again to Doncheski, driving. Shot over Williams, no good, and Harder with the rebound again.
Good way to stay straight up.
Boy, she's got a bushel basket of those here in the first quarter. Atlantic up 6-3. McLaren top of the circle, right side Kirkhoff. Dribble drive, down low, Williams giving it a go again. Layup, no good, but draws the foul.
Right.
That's been a good play for the Trojans.
Keep going to it. Don't make it hard on yourself. Just keep going to it.
So Williams will shoot a pair. She has 4 points here in this first quarter. And Williams on the season puts the first free throw up, and it is no good. Score remains 6-3 Atlantic. 2:49 to play here in this first quarter on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Williams shooting about 58% from the line, 22 of 39 after that miss. Second free throw is good. Good touch. 5 for Williams to lead Atlantic at 7-3 Trojans. And Glenwood with the inbounds. Atlantic with a full court pressure now, a 2-1-2 zone press. The ball near side to Johnson. Back out top to McChesney. McChesney spins. Left side to Doncheski. Hughes top of the circle. High block. McChesney. Out top, pass goes to Doncheski. Into McChesney. Layup up, good. Glenwood gets a bucket. Atlantic with the basketball, 7-5 Trojans. They go down low to Williams, layup the other end, no good. Williams fights for the board, tips it out to Schrader. Schrader now has it knocked out of her hands, out of bounds by the Rams. Atlantic will have the ball baseline. 2:07 to play here in this first quarter, 7-5. Favor the Trojans by 2. Megan Hughes will come out. The inbounds for Kirkhoff into Harder. Harder bottled up, gets it down to Williams off the glass, no good. Rebound snagged by Smith, and a jump ball is called. It'll be Atlantic's basketball.
Yep.
7-5. A low-scoring first quarter.
Yep.
And Kirkhoff is going to come out. Wiederstein is in for her. Schrader will trigger for the baseline, right side of the basket. 2-1 to go first quarter. Schrader will toss. Triggers to Wiederstein, left side. High post, Harder. Baseline, Schrader. She'll fire a high arcing three. No good.
Good box.
Williams rebound. Now right side to McLaren, and it goes out of bounds.
Yep.
Last touch by Atlantic. And it'll be Glenwood's ball.
Oh, Williams slipped and trying to get that pass out there and just hit her in the ankles. That was tough.
Trojans back with that zone press, full court. They work the ball top of the circle to Doncheski. Between the rings now in the backcourt, now gets it ahead. And ball poked away by Schrader, almost stolen away from Maggie Smith. Glenwood retained the ball out of bounds along the baseline. 7-5, Atlantic by 2, 1:38 to go first quarter. Inbounds pass from McChesney. Looking and gets it low, shot by Smith, no, rebound Schrader. Atlantic back the other way, left to right. Schrader almost had it stolen away. We've got over and back. I thought maybe McChesney touched the ball, but evidently not. Over and back court on Atlantic.
I think when she tried to pull the ball away, that's when she lost it and went into the backcourt.
1:29 to go here in the first quarter. Just a 7-5 score Atlantic. Bounce pass Johnson. High and right to kick it out top for three. McChesney can't get it off the heel. Williams rebound. Kick out McLaren. 1:20 to go first. The McLaren brings it across the half-court line. Swings it left to Wiederstein. On the bounce, Williams, low block. Into Harder, spin, shoots. God!
That was in rhythm. Great assist. Good bank shot.
Atlantic up 9-5 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Harder with 4. Williams with 5. They've gotten all those shots inside. Trojans by 4 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. 55 seconds to go in the first quarter. McChesney, top of the circle. Down inside to Smith. He ducks under. Layup no good. Rebound Wiederstein for Atlantic. They can extend that lead now by 4. 43-42, 40 to go in the first quarter. McLaren whips the ball right side to Schrader. Back out top to Wiederstein. Left side to McLaren.
Oh, nice
Lays
drive.
it up and good!
Didn't hesitate. Right to the hole.
McLaren took the feed and dribble drive in. Atlantic up 11-5 now. Is on a 4-0 run here. Here come the Rams, the front court. 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. You get the ball out top to Doncheski. Missed the 3 ball. Rebound tipped in by Wiederstein to Williams. Out top to McLaren.
Got one shot.
10 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Atlantic by 6. They work the ball to McLaren. Swings it left to Wiederstein. Back out to Schrader. She'll fire the 3 at the buzzer. No good. Harder rebound. And we've got 1/10 of a second left here in the first quarter.
Well,
and it's going to be Atlantic's ball. Checking in is Haley Hughes.
Can't catch and shoot. You got to tip this one.
Here's the throw in by Schrader. And it's going to be thrown away. And that's going to be it. Atlantic 11-5 lead after 1. We'll take a timeout. We're back after these.
At Outfitters Plus in Atlantic, you'll find all the latest in custom apparel and headwear. Head to Outfitters and work with the design pros to make your customized tees, team apparel, and personalized swag for your business a reality. Whether it's fan apparel for your high school or youth sports teams, your business, or you just want to make something your own, you'll have everyone saying, "Where'd you get that?" Don't forget, Outfitters will also add your group store online to make ordering a breeze. Get personalized at Outfitters Plus Outlet Store in Atlantic. Stop by today.
The Super Bowl in Atlantic is a great place to have your next celebration. Birthday parties, family outings, date nights, or just hanging out with friends, the Super Bowl is the place to be. With Glow Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights and ramps and bumpers for the kids, anyone can have a blast at the Super Bowl. Call Dan today at 243-4656 to reserve your lane and get ready for fun.
Today.com.
Trojans up 11-5 after one quarter of play. Harder with 4, Williams with 5 for Atlantic, and McLaren with a pair. And for Glenwood, Malin Johnson with 2, Megan Hughes with a pair, and Maggie Smith 1 for 2 from the line. Atlantic into that first quarter of play on a 4-0 run to lead 11-5. Rams with the ball to start the second frame. Top of the circle, Megan Hughes. Swings it to the right side to Haley Hughes. Haley back out top to McChesney. Atlantic in the 1-2-2 zone here to start the second quarter. Maggie Smith over to Megan Hughes. Guarded by Wiederstein. She'll bounce it out top. Right side of McChesney. He's guarded by Kirkhoff, that wing in that 1-2-2 zone. Baseline of Maggie Smith. Inside, give it a go, McChesney. Layup is good. Nice look by Glenwood. McChesney with her first bucket. And it's 11-6, Atlantic with the lead. Trojans to the front court. Give and go to Harder, top of the circle. She'll take it right side to Kirkhoff. Kirkhoff back to Wiederstein. Left wing throw to Schrader. Waiting for Schrader to get hot here, Roger, in this first half. Kirkhoff, top of the circle over to Schrader. He's a deep 3, no good. Wiederstein rebound, put back, good.
Way to be backside.
Nice job by Wiederstein. Atlanta up 13-6. And Lila with her first pair of the game, averaging 8 a contest. Llewellyn with it for Glenwood. They get across to Megan Hughes. So Maggie Smith right wing to Hughes down the paint. Skids to a stop, kick out top to Smith. Left side of McChesney for 3 off the, oh, she got it.
She got it.
Big 3 by McChesney. 13-9, Atlantic's lead cut to 4. Boy, we're high above this. It looks like that ball was going to be off the mark, but what a shot by McChesney. Atlantic with it low to Williams. Guarded by Llewellyn, back out top to Kirkhoff. High post, Williams can't hang on to it. Wiederstein saves the day for Atlantic. Kick out to Schrader. Early second quarter, the Trojans throw it away again. Maggie Smith will bring it across the timeline. Atlantic up 13-10 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Glenwood in the front court. Down low, Llewellyn wide open, layup good. 13-12. Llewellyn, the 6-footer, took the feed and brings the Rams in 1 with 5:50 to play second quarter. Kirkhoff, Schrader, left side of Wiederstein. Wiederstein on the drive, baseline into Williams, shot no good, block. Wiederstein rebound, can't get it to go, out of bounds, and it'll be Glenwood's ball the other way. I think Wiederstein probably could have laid it up.
Yeah, Lila should have took it in the hole because Williams had it backed away that she had a clear shot.
Here's Glenwood with the ball, 13-12, Atlantic with a 1-point lead. McChesney with it, right side to Hughes, and it's a turnover. Glenwood. Atlantic gets the ball back the other way. 5.5 to go, second quarter. Trojans with a 13-12 lead to the Seed Pros scoreboard. Into Kirkhoff, back to Wiederstein. Kirkhoff in the middle to press. Harder, nice job by Atlantic to break that pressure. Harder, top of the circle. Kirkhoff, she'll wing it right side to Schrader. Schrader skip pass to Wiederstein. She'll lay it up off the glass, no good. Harder, rebound, putback is good.
I think Lila's shot got altered. The gal got a piece of it. That's why it went off.
Harder was 6. Atlantic up 15-12. Glenwood attacks it the other direction. And the layup by McChesney missed. Rebound Harder again. Boy, she's got a lot of boards here in this first half. Atlantic.
Yeah.
Here comes the Trojans. Kirkhoff to Wiederstein. 4:50 left to go first half. Skip pass, Schrader. Inside Williams. Wide open layup up and no good, but a foul called on the Rams.
Good catch.
So Williams back to free throw line. She's 1 for 2 here tonight, and she'll shoot a pair. Williams on the year, 23 of 40 on the season. First of 2 good.
I'll tell you what, when you play down inside like that, it's imperative that you learn how to make free throws because you're going to get a lot of them. And your goal's 70 to 75% plus.
And she's 2 for 3 so far, and she rimmed that one out. Rebound, Schrader, put back is no good. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Atlantic's ball, touched by Glenwood.
Yep. Atlantic
up 16-12 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Williams 2 for 4 from the line. The only Atlantic player to shoot free throws. Maggie Smith is 1 for 2 for Glenwood. Inbound, Schrader. Harder, top of the circle, fires the triple, no good. And the rebound, Schrader, it's going to be out of bounds. Glenwood's ball. 4:35 to go here in this first half. Atlantic up 16-12. Haley Hughes with it. They get the ball ahead to McChesney. McChesney, almost fouled by Wiederstein. They let that one go.
Yeah, they let that one go.
McChesney, right side. Back out top to Johnson. Johnson the move. McChesney down the block. Too far under. Kicks it out top. Hughes for 3. Good! Haley Hughes with a second 3 for Glenwood. That's keeping them in this game. 16-15. Atlantic by 1 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. 4 minutes left. Harder. High and left to Wiederstein. Back out top to Kirchhoff. Swings it right. Schrader. Wiederstein drives, stops, shot, no. Rebound Wiederstein. And she's trying to force it outside. It's going to be scooped up by the Rams. McChesney coast to coast. Layup is good and a foul. Glenwood takes the lead. Haley Hughes with the steal. And she's going to get the and one. And the Rams up 17-16 with 3:42 to play here in this first half. And a timeout called by Atlantic head coach Shadan Vargason. We're back in 30 seconds.
The Super Bowl in Atlantic is a great place to have your next celebration. Birthday parties, family outings, date nights, or just hanging out with friends. The Super Bowl is the place to be. With Glow Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights and ramps and bumpers for the kids, anyone can have a blast at the Super Bowl. Call Dan today at 243-4656 to reserve your lane and get ready for fun.
Glenwood, beautiful facility here. Glenwood, this gym holds about 1,400 people. They host a lot of big events down here.
Oh, yeah, you get a lot of people in here.
They get Sub-State basketball, one of them. Well, Hughes had the three-point shot. She has a chance to make it an and one. And on the layup, missed the free throw. And Atlantic with the basketball and the rebound. 17-16, Glenwood with the lead on Hughes' three ball. Schrader high and right. Down low to McLaren. There, whips it out top to Harder. Swinging right to Schrader. Into Williams. Goes to work. Turnaround Jay. No good. And the rebound. Glenwood, they have it surrounded. Pulled down by Malin Johnson.
Oh, she couldn't hang on.
Johnson about threw it away. Haley Hughes will bring it across the half-court line. 3:13 to play first half. And Megan Hughes traveled with it. So Haley Hughes is 3. Megan is 2. Well, 3:09 to play first half. Here comes Atlantic with the basketball. Down by 1, 17-16, the Seed Pro scoreboard. Kirchhoff, high post to Harder, giving it go to McLaren. Now McLaren throws it away, and steal by Johnson. Malin Johnson with the steal. No, kick out top to McChesney, 2:50 to play first half. Rams the 1-point lead, looking to extend it here. Left wing to Doncheski. To Johnson, she'll fire a triple, no good. And Atlantic will get the ball on the rebound with 2:40 to go first half. That was an air ball, and Maggie Smith will come in. LaBelle will also in. Hughes and Hughes will go out.
I think the Trojans need to get back what they were successful with. You got two guys down, two ladies down on the block that can put the ball in the hole. Get the ball and start going in the hole, and then work on your outside shot.
And so they had the first early points, Roger. Right, they led 11-5 after one. Here's the inside pass to Williams. There's a shot, no good.
You bet.
But she drew the foul. Harder drew that baseline.
Well, absolutely. She took it strong. She'd sealed him really well, and didn't get the shot up because of the foul. So that's what you're looking for.
And you talk about the post players getting free throws, and Williams 2 for 4. This is her 5th attempt. She'll have 2 here. It's 17-16 Rams, and she missed it. Still 17-16, 2:28 to play. First half of the C Pros scoreboard. Williams' second free throw coming up here for the Trojans. And this one is good. So Williams 3 for 6, 50% tonight, and we're tied at 17-17. Williams out. Rams against that full court pressure. Dumping it across with Doncheski. Pulls up Johnson. Malin Johnson high and right. McChesney right side of the key beyond the arc. Holds, now bounces, now stops the baseline. Kick back out top for 3. Here it is, short. Ironed out. Here comes Atlantic with McLaren on the board and the dribble. She'll bring it to the front with 2 minutes to go here in the first half. McLaren guarded top of the circle by Doncheski. Left baseline is Schrader. Into Harder. Spin, shoots, good. Harder with 8, halfway to her average. And Atlantic regains the lead, 19-17. 1:45 to play first half of the C Pro scoreboard. Doncheski, Llewellyn. Out top to McChesney. The point guard for Glenwood, guarded by Schrader in that 1-2-2 zone. 1.5 to play first half. Atlantic up by 2, 19-17. Near side to Doncheski. Bounce pass to Maggie Smith. Inside of McChesney, high and left. Kick it out top. Doncheski, Smith, baseline. And we've got a whistle. The ball knocked out of bounds. 1:16 to go, second quarter.
3 seconds on the shot clock.
3 on the shot clock for Glenwood. You're right, Roger. We'll see what they do here. They got to kick it out top. This is McChesney, short jumper, didn't get it. Good rebound by Lila Wiederstein. Here comes Atlantic with 1:09 to go. First half, 19-17. Trojans by 2. Wiederstein high and right. Double team, kick out top. McLaren swings it left to Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff baseline to Harder. Harder down low. Turn, shoot. Schrader too far under. Hit the bottom of the board. Back to Wiederstein. Missed the shot. Gets her own rebound. Puts it up and in.
They're going to find a way to get around the front of that board sometime.
You know, Atlantic up 21-17.
Yeah.
You know, Roger, we talked about that inside game. Glenwood is extending that zone defense. It makes it hard to get those deep shots.
Right.
Here's McChesney for 3. Good! What a big shot for McChesney. Her second 3 for Glenwood. 21-20. You think Atlantic might pull away, and then they get a big play with 19 seconds to go in the half. McChesney with 8 points, 2 from beyond the three-point line. 12 seconds to go, 11 in the first half. Out top to Kirchhoff, over to Schrader, and a steal by Glenwood. The Rams, Maggie Smith down the right side at 4, lays it up at 3 and missed the shot. McLaren rebound at 2, out to Schrader at 1, and we're through with 2 quarters of play. And we got a game at 21-20.
Absolutely.
Most of the Trojans' points have all come inside, Roger Ward, as you talked about. Harder with 8 points. Williams with 7. And then you got Wiederstein with 4, McLaren with a pair for Atlantic. And we look at Glenwood. Maggie McChesney with a couple of big shots, 2 threes. She has 8 points to lead Glenwood. Megan Hughes with 4. Malin Johnson with 2. Carly Llewellyn with a pair. And Maggie Smith is 1 for 3 from the free throw line. 21-20, Trojans lead here after 1 quarter of play. Our halftime is brought to you by Olson's BP and Olson's Fuel. And you're home for the great Godfather's Pizza.
Are you hungry for a slice of greatness?
Gas prices got you down? Need a ride to work or the grocery store? There's public transportation for everyone in Southwest Iowa. SWITA offers taxi service in Atlantic, Glenwood, Harlan, Missouri Valley, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. $2.50 each way or $2 for seniors 60 years and older. Just call 1-800-842-8065 or visit swita.com to schedule your ride.
Well, the Trojans took a 2-0 lead. Then Glenwood went on a 3-0 run and led 3-2, and it was kind of back and forth. Atlantic made it 6-3. then 7-3, and then jumped out to 11-5 lead after one quarter of play.
Yep.
Again, mainly on the inside play.
Well, absolutely. I mean, they're doing what they needed to do down there, but Glenwood hadn't hit a 3 yet. So I think, what'd you say, they've got 3 of them, maybe this half. You know, just about the time, like you said, we're going to pull away. They hit a 3 and bring her back close. So,
well, Atlantic leading 11-6 then in that second quarter. They elevated that to 13-6, but Glenwood came back with a couple of threes to tighten that lead up to 13-12. The Rams actually took the lead 17-16 at one point. The Trojans tied it with a free throw, and then led 19-17, 21-17, and they lead by a point here at halftime, 21-20. The youngsters out there playing a little basketball. The future Rams getting a chance to get on the floor here this evening. First of 2 here tonight at Glenwood. We'll have the boys game coming up here in just a little bit. We're going to take a timeout. We're back in 2 minutes here at 95.7 FM and our live video stream powered by Nishtun-Net.
Stein delivers more new genetics faster. Our focus on delivering higher yielding genetics faster than the competition is why we have released more new Enlist E3 lines in the past 5 years than any other seed company. For elite genetics paired with simple, flexible, and effective weed control, plant Stein Enlist E3 soybeans. Stein has yield. 45 years of yield. Learn more at steinseed.com.
Savor and save this weekend at your Atlantic Hy-Vee. 3 days only, Friday through Sunday. Fresh ground chuck, $3.98 a pound. Jimmy Dean bacon, only $2.99 each. Bone-in pork shoulder roast, only $1.68 a pound. Hy-Vee Midwest pork, boneless pork loin chops, 3 for $5. Marinated chicken breasts, 2 for $4. Our own special recipe bratwurst links or patties, 10 for $10, and that's definitely not all. As always, thank you for shopping your Atlantic Hy-Vee.
Is your New Year's resolution to save money? Are you hungry for a slice of greatness? Godfather's Pizza, located right here at Olson's BP in Atlantic, has a deal that you can't refuse all January long. Right now, order any large pizza and you'll get half off any delicious side. Don't wait, this offer is only good through the end of January and it's one side per order. Swing by Olson's BP in Atlantic and make sure your next meal doesn't break the bank. Godfather's Pizza and Olson's BP in Atlantic, the keep you going store.
At Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We've been dedicated to our communities for over 35 years. From real estate and ag loans to personal and commercial banking, we offer a full range of financial services tailored to meet your needs. We believe in giving back and being involved in the communities we serve. Stop into one of our 12 convenient locations or visit us at rollinghillsbank.com.
Warren, it's Atlantic with a 1-point lead here, 21-20. They led at halftime, or at the first quarter, 11-5, and then 21-20 here. So Glenwood really a much different game than the first time these two teams met.
Absolutely. Trojans just got to quit turning it over, handle the basketball. Like I said, they know where they need to go as far as to complete the shot and stuff.
They really haven't had a lot of outside shooting in that first half of play.
Well, I think Schrader probably only took 2, maybe 3.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Kirchhoff, I don't even know if she shot one up, but as far as the scoring, Harder has 8 for Atlantic. Williams with 7, and Wiederstein with 4. A little more scoring on the Glenwood side as far as players. Maggie McChesney with 2 shots beyond the arc. She has 8 points. Maggie Smith with 1. Haley Hughes has 3. Mayla Johnson a pair. Carly Llewellyn has 2. And Megan Hughes has 4 points for the Trojans as we have a halftime. The youngsters out playing here. First of 2 tonight. Boys game coming up next. Atlantic travels to Kemper. On Friday, we'll have that broadcast on 95.7 FM and here on our live stream at westerniowatoday.com. We'll have wrestling on Thursday night. Harlan hosting Dennis and Atlantic in a double duel. We'll have that broadcast, live video streamed, and also on our radio here at 95.7 FM. And this Saturday, a big day of wrestling, the Roland Dyer tournament. You know all about that because you said all the electronics stuff. Huh?
Yeah, it's I'm usually in the background, but I get it set up the day before. And they use it all weekend, so.
Oh, and some great wrestling coming up on Saturday. Try to get in there. If you can, we'll have the broadcast 10 o'clock start, and we'll have play-by-play of the finals and reports throughout the morning and early afternoon from that Roland Dyer.
You and I were privileged to know Roland Dyer really
absolutely.
Well. And this is just a great event in honor of him and starting the wrestling program back in '69. You know, he just got, I know he always told the story, he just got tired of guys sitting around, you know, weren't playing basketball, but they needed something to do, and got it started and just went from there.
Well, he did, and those guys who were on that team, they were pretty good.
Yes, they were.
You know, you
had a Whitmer, you had a Riggs, you had a
Ritalik.
Oh,
yeah. Harris.
When they started out, they had some, well, when you had a football team that went, you know, undefeated and things like that, you had some pretty good athletes out there.
Athletes, no doubt about it. Halftime here, 21-20, Atlantic by 1 over Glenwood here on the Seed Pro scoreboard. We're going to take another 1-minute timeout. We're getting ready to start the second half. And we'll be back right after these on 95.7 FM.
New genetics, faster.
Get ready for a fresh start at Greg Young Atlantic. Our Greg Young Fresh Start program helps you hit the road with confidence, overcome credit challenges with personalized financing, and a wide selection of great vehicles. Visit us today to find your brand new Chevy, GMC, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram. Or check out our huge pre-owned selection at GregYoungAtlantic.com and GregYoungCDJRAtlantic.com. And to apply. Don't miss out on this incredible offer. Here at Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
Oak Point Wealth Management is making important changes to better serve you. Wealth Manager Aaron Friend is proud to announce that Oak Point Wealth has partnered with LPL Financial, providing comprehensive tools and resources to support your financial goals. Aaron remains committed to serving Southwest Iowa with personalized service backed by LPL's dynamic technology and investment platform.
I'm excited to embrace independence and keep my focus on what matters most, my clients' best interests.
Visit www.oakpointwealth.com, 712-207-3521 to learn more about how Oak Point Wealth Management can help you pursue your financial goals.
1-20 in favor of the Trojans. They led 11-5 after one quarter play and 21-20 here at halftime. We'll see what kind of adjustments both squads are going to make here in the second half, Roger Warren.
Well, the Trojans know what they need to do. I mean, they can take the control of this game, but if they allow to get shots, once they start getting hot, the ball goes in the hole, you know, makes things tough.
Well, I tell you, it makes a big difference. We talked about a month ago, Atlantic won this game 54-30 on their home court, and Glenwood much improved here this evening. And they've got a little more height than what they did the first time around with Llewellyn there, that 6-footer. Atlantic will have the ball to start the second half. Harder will handle the ball high and right. Back out top to Wiederstein, over to Kirchhoff, top of the circle. Atlantic by 1 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Kirchhoff to Harder, right wing. Wiederstein out top to Williams. Williams still holds the ball right side of Wiederstein. Atlantic with a long possession here. We're down to 15 on the shot clock. Over to Wiederstein, high and right. Wiederstein, Williams top of the circle, whips it left side. Schrader on the move, give it a go to Williams.
Nice play.
God.
Nice job.
That was big, and Williams now with 9. And Atlantic goes up 23-20. Very patient offense that time, Roger. Johnson with it. Out top to Maggie Smith for Glenwood. Atlantic by 3 on the Seed Pro scoreboard early third quarter.
They're in a 2-3 right now.
So they did make an adjustment defensively. Went from 1-2
right,
2 to a 2-3.
1-2 to a 2-3.
Maggie Smith, Doncheski right side, missed. Williams snags the board for Atlantic. Trojans come back to the front court, right to left, under 7 to play, third quarter. Again out top to Kirchhoff. Schrader wings it left to Harder. Back out top to Wiederstein, over to Kirchhoff, high and right. Zoe driving, gloves it low. Williams missed the shot. Nice block by Hughes.
Nice block, yeah.
Haley
She's
Hughes.
got to take it up strong.
Because that was a good play by Atlantic, and Haley Hughes made a good defensive play. Glenwood has the front court. Maggie Smith. A Caitlin Clark three, she got it. Maggie Smith with a triple for Glenwood. And the Rams close the gap. 23-23 tie here on Smith's three ball. Atlantic in the front court with Kirchhoff. Atlantic yet to get a deep ball. Glenwood has 4 already. Kirchhoff high and right. On the drive, steal by Doncheski. And the Rams to the front court. McChesney with it. Driving out top. Hughes for 3, missed the shot. Rebound Wiederstein for Atlantic. Pass ahead to Harder. Harder trying to break the tie. Baseline. And she traveled with it. Turnover Atlantic with 5:44 to go, third quarter. 23-23.
I was wondering how that ball got down there that fast. And when I looked through it, I go, I understand now. I think they need to use that arm a little more.
Yeah. Here comes the Ram to the ball. Doncheski will bring it across. Now back left side to McChesney. McChesney high left on the bounce to Maggie Smith. Just had a big 3 to tie the game at 23. Smith at the top of the drive. Runner off the glass, no. Rebound Williams for Atlantic, out to Kirchhoff. 5:25 to play, third. Pass head to Schrader. To Harder. Aiden Harder on the bounce, hands it off to Kirchhoff. Swings it left to Schrader. Schrader on the move. Spins on the elbow. Baseline. Wiederstein pump fake. Drive foul called. Nice move by Wiederstein. Little head fake. Little dribble to the left and drew the contact.
Got her in the air and came down on him.
5:10 to go. Just one foul on Glenwood here in the third. Nothing on Atlantic. And Johnson will come out. And Hughes will be in. That's Megan Hughes. Inbounds Harder. Baseline Kirchhoff. Layup no good. Foul called on Megan Hughes. Hughes with 4 points in the first half. Glenwood had 3 from beyond the arc, and they hit one here to tie the game at 23-23. Maggie Smith had the triple for Glenwood. Here's Kirchhoff at the line. First free throw is no good. Kirchhoff trying to break the tie. Williams has shot 6 free throws. Atlantic has shot 7 total. Second free throw by Kirchhoff is good. Zoe Kirchhoff with her first points of the game. That's a 24-23 Atlantic lead. Rams in the front court. 5 minutes left, third quarter. And almost a steal by Schrader, a battle for it. Last touch by Glenwood. Atlantic gets the ball.
Yep, good hustle.
So the Trojans have it in the back courts. 24-23 Atlantic by 1 on the Save Pro scoreboard on Kirchhoff's 1 of 2 shooting at the free throw line. Here's Kirchhoff across the half-court line for Atlantic. Skip pass to Wiederstein, right wing. Run by Maggie Smith, out top to Schrader. They don't give Schrader a lot of room when she gets the ball. They know she can hit that deep ball. Kirchhoff, backdoor, Harder,
nice.
Layup up, no good, but a foul called on McChesney.
That was a good inlet pass.
Harder with 8 points, and many of those shots just like that, a backdoor feed.
You bet.
And Harder the free throw line to shoot a pair. Atlantic up by 1, 24-23. Free throw in and out, no good. Trojans struggled from the line here tonight. Harder's second free throw coming up, and she leads the team in free throw shooting at 84%. She's 27-33 now. Her second free throw is good. Harder 1 for 2 for the line. Atlantic up by 2, 25-23 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Glenwood to the front court. 4.5 to play. Under 4.5 to go, third quarter. Rams working inside and Llewellyn on the 6-footer. Back near side to Johnson. Doncheski. Skip pass left wing. McChesney. Back out top to Smith. She'll fire a deep 3. No good. Rims out. Rebound inside by McChesney. Lose her footing. They're going to call a foul on Atlantic. And that'll be the first of the Trojans here in this third quarter.
He was hoping he didn't have to call that, but I don't think he had a choice.
25-23 Trojans by a pair on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Inbounds Maggie Smith. She'll whip it out top to Johnson. Left wing to Dincheski. One bounce back to Maggie Smith. Top of the circle guarded by Wiederstein. Smith on the dribble to back. Near side to Johnson on the drive. A little hook shot up and no good. Rebound Williams for Atlantic. Kick out Kirchhoff. Atlantic can extend their lead here with this possession up by a pair. 3:44 to go, third quarter. Wiederstein high and right for the Trojans. On the dribble, works the left wing to Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff inside Williams. Shot off the glass. Good.
Nice play.
Williams with her left hand, too, Roger.
Well, she had her sealed so well, and Kirchhoff got her the ball. It was just a little left-handed layup.
Timeout's going to be called, and we'll take it with them. A 30-second timeout. We're going to be back right after this on 95.7 FM.
Good coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate, and come up with a game plan to make their team better. Like a good coach, when you bring your vehicle to McAdee Tire, they listen to your concerns and give clear explanations on how they can help. They come up with a game plan to get your vehicle performing at its best. From tires to oil changes, brakes, engine repair, and more, McAdee Tire can assist in all your vehicle needs and help you feel prepared for all the competitions ahead. McAdee Tire and Service, where their game-winning service is always a slam dunk.
Ball on KS 95.7 and live streamed at westerniowatoday.com.
Atlantic will be back on defense, and they're running a 2-3 zone now.
Yep.
Glenwood with the basketball. They'll bring it across the timeline. Out back, out top. Dunchesky.
I'll get there.
Okay. And he'll kick to McChesney, top of the circle, no good. Rebound comes off to the Rams. They get offensive board to Llewellyn, top of the circle. To McChesney, high and right.
Oh.
To Doncheski, swings it left. Doncheski, top of the circle on the bounce. And trying to go baseline, out of bounds.
I got it, you got it.
That's right.
Goes right out of bounds.
Turnover, Glenwood. Atlanta gets the ball back. 3:01 to play, third quarter, the Seed Pro scoreboard. McLaren in and Wiederstein out for the Trojans. Atlantic led 11-5 after one. And 21-20 at the halftime break. They're up 27-23 here. And most of their points coming from inside. Kirchhoff to Harder, top of the circle, inside to Williams. She'll turn, shoot, and score. Williams again inside.
Nice layup, nice feed.
29-23, and Williams with 6 points in the second half. She has 12 for the game. Atlantic up 29-23, Rams in the front. Smith high post, turns, shoots, and it's good. She got off the glass.
Yep, she got it off the glass. I didn't hear somebody say bank.
No bank.
Yep. Oh well.
29-25. Rams cut the lead to 4. Atlantic in the front court with 2:18 to play, third quarter. Pass right side of Schrader. Guarded by McChesney. Baseline to Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff, Williams again, drives inside McLaren, layup no good. Rebound Williams, put back is no good. And Llewellyn snags the board, the 6-footer for Glenwood. And the Rams down by 4, have the basketball in the front court. McChesney high and right. 1:57 to play, third. McChesney out top of the circle to Johnson. Malin Johnson will swing it left to Doncheski. Doncheski, the 5'4 freshman, back out top. Spinning. McChesney, hook shot, no. Harder rebound for Atlantic. Trojans controlling the boards now on the defensive end. Kirchhoff to the front for the Trojans. She'll whip it left baseline to McLaren. Now back to Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff back, skip pass to Schrader. High post to Harder. Left side to Kirchhoff. Dribble drive inside. Bounce pass to Williams. And we've got a whistle and a jump ball.
I believe it's Glenwood ball.
1:24 to go in the third quarter. 29-25. Atlantic by 4.
Those are possessions you can't have. You got to get a shot out of it.
Megan Hughes is in, and Maggie Smith back in for the Rams, and the Glenwood has the basketball in their backcourt. They'll trigger from the baseline into Hughes. It's Megan Hughes back to McChesney to Hughes. Atlantic in that full court zone press. Glenwood having a little bit of trouble with it. Glenwood having trouble. We got a timeout called, a wise timeout by Coach Rasmussen of the Rams with 1:15 left.
Got a 30.
And a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. We're back right after this.
There's nothing better than the Rolling Hills Crops and Pastures.
Just when you think he's Mr. Perfect, he wakes up and proves me wrong. You can't charge a junk battery. Look here, mister. Replace it. I called Atlantic Egg and Auto, gave them make and model, and they have a new battery waiting at the counter. Go. Go now. Here's a Mr. Pibb and peanut M&Ms to tide you over so you don't have to make any stops. Atlantic and Audubon Egg and Auto, your only locally owned CarQuest retail stores. Your go-to for batteries, parts, and sometimes fixing relationship and his hunger problems.
Pro scoreboard. 1:15 to go in the third quarter. Glenwood has the basketball. They were having trouble getting it across the timeline. The 10 seconds were about used up, and they called a timeout. Hughes top of the circle to Llewellyn. Llewellyn down low to Maggie Smith. Smith back out top to McChesney. Head fake drive, pulls up, jumper, no good off the heel. Rebound Llewellyn for Glenwood. They'll get it back out top to McChesney. High and right to Smith. Trojans rotate in that zone. Smith right baseline. Driving Doncheski, and she loses the handle. Another jump ball.
Be Atlantic's ball. I was kind of hoping that they'd call the travel first because she went down with it. Went down to a knee.
And you don't see that too often anymore, even when you roll over on your back.
Yeah, some of them, it's like, and that's traveling.
Yeah.
Because you roll over and try to protect the basketball.
McLaren with the ball in the backcourt for Atlantic to Schrader. They break the half-court line easily against the pressure. 40 seconds to go in the third. Schrader on the drive down into Williams. Layup on the glass. No good. Williams back up. Good.
We always call that padding the stats. You missed the first one to get a rebound.
Well, she stayed with it.
She stayed with it, yep.
31-25 Trojans, the Steve Pro scoreboard. Here's the pass into Hughes. Megan Hughes back out to Smith. Smith on the drive at 17, scoops up at 16, missed the shot. Kirchhoff rebound. Atlantic extending their lead here, 31-25. 10 seconds on the game clock. 9 seconds to go in the third. 8 seconds to go. Schrader high and left at 5.
To her.
One bounce, kick out top. Kirchhoff at 2. Harder fires a 3 at the buzzer, no good. And we're through 3. And the Trojans 31, Glenwood 25. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. We're back after these.
Ready for a fresh start at Greg Young Atlantic.
At Seed Pros, our mission is to be your business partner every day of every season.
Pioneer Hybrid International was founded in Iowa back in 1926 and is still American today. Not many other seed providers can make that claim.
We partner with you to continually push the limits by combining elite seed genetics, local infield knowledge, along with customer service second to none.
We are with you from the word go. Contact Mark Van Tiger, Gary Dinkla, Nick Knutson, or John Becker to partner with a team that puts your business needs first.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Welcome back to Glenwood. Atlantic up 31-25 after 3 quarters. Roger Warren, Atlantic able to get that inside game going again.
Well, they just got to keep after it. I've seen several times Christina's got her sealed. You got to get the ball to her.
She has 15. Williams with 15.
I'll tell you what.
Glenwood starts the final stanza with a basketball. Johnson out top with it on the bounce. Up top. Hughes, drive, shot, no. Rebound harder for the Trojans. Atlantic starting to take control here. We'll see if they can finish this off here. Kirchhoff, right wing to McLaren, high post to Williams, inside to Harder, layup is good.
You can't put that one any better.
Williams with the assist that time.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Harder with 11 points for the Trojans. 33-25, Atlantic with the lead. Glenwood to the front court. Here's Hughes for 3. No good. Harder had the position and gets the board for Atlantic. Kick out, Kirchhoff. 7
minutes
left.
As long as they can keep contesting the shots. Some of them may drop, but.
Schrader, left wing. Runner on the way, no good. Harder rebound and puts it in. Atlantic starting to break away here. 35-25. A good run going for the Trojans. A 6-0 run now
Don't let up. You got to keep after it.
Here's a three by McChesney, and she drops it down for Glenwood from the top. She has 3 threes the ball game. That keeps the Rams in at 35-28. McChesney with 11 points. Atlantic in the front court. Kirchhoff. Bounce pass baseline Harder. Back to Kirchhoff. Schrader, Kirchhoff high and right. Baseline Schrader. Inside Harder. She'll turn, shoot, score. Well, I'll tell you, Schrader.
She had a look,
but she chose the high percentage shot and sent it inside to Harder. 37-28 Atlantic with the lead. We're down to 6:13 to play in the game.
They just got to take care of the perimeter.
Maggie Smith high block. Cut off by Williams. Back out top to McChesney. McChesney with 3 balls here tonight. She's on the drive. Kick right side to Hughes. Out top to Haley Hughes. And Haley Hughes gets the 3. Boy, just when you think Atlantic is going to take control, here comes Glenwood. 37-31. A couple of threes by the Rams. They have 3 in this second half. They had 3 in the first half. Atlantic in the front court. Up 37-31 of the Seed Pros. Scoreboard McLaren at the long block. Runner shot, no. Rebound Harder. And it's tipped out of bounds. Nope. Saved by Glenwood. Nice job. And a steal by Williams.
Right back to her.
Schrader down low to McLaren. Back right side to Kirchhoff. Atlantic gets the steal, the ball back. Schrader for 3. Got it. Oh, was that big. 40-31 Atlantic's first 3-point basket beyond the arc with 5:13 to play. Time out of the floor. We'll take it with them. We're back in 30 seconds.
First Winnie Bank is the longest standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Winnie Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
Have you ever heard the saying, people spend their life building wealth and neglecting their health, only to wish they could trade their wealth for better health at the end? This is Dr. Fritz Beyer, and it has now been over 30 years since my first chiropractic adjustment. I still get asked, do you get adjusted? Absolutely. I try to get adjusted at least once a month. I'm 47 now and still try to stay as active as ever. While I do get a few more aches and pains than when I was younger, it feels great to be able to step on the mat and help kids learning to wrestle. Chiropractic has helped me feel young enough to do it. If staying active is part of your future plans, call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics.
With a 40-31 lead. Finally got a deep ball by Schrader.
First one of the night.
Glenwood with the basketball.
Couldn't come at a better time.
No. 5:08 to go in the game. Rams work the ball out top to Hughes. Megan Hughes guarded by Wiederstein, top of the circle. Atlantic rotating that 1-2-2 zone. McChesney near side to Doncheski. High post to Hughes. Megan Hughes back out top to McChesney. Under 5 to play. McChesney, nice pivot driving in. Wild shot, good.
That was a nice shot. That was actually under control.
Maggie McChesney spinning in the paint and got a wild shot off the window from the right side. McChesney getting her points tonight. She has 3 threes, 9. She has 13 for the game. Atlantic in the front. Over left side to Schrader for 3. No good. Williams rebound for Atlantic. Back out top to Kirchhoff. She'll fire a triple. No good. Harder rebound for the Trojans, and she stepped out of bounds.
Yep.
40-33 Atlantic with 4:14 to play here in this ball game. Score brought to you by the Seed Pros. Are by your side to maximize yields from the word go. Contact John Becker, Mark Ventiger, Gary Dinkler, and Nick Knutson for all your Pioneer seed needs. They are your Pioneer Pros. Hughes ahead to McChesney and throws it away. Costly turnover for Glenwood. Atlantic gets the ball back with just over 4 to play here in this basketball game. First of 2 tonight. We'll have the boys game coming up after this.
Take care of the basketball and make your free throws. Nobody's got any fouls, so they can go after and hammer you right now.
We haven't had many fouls called the entire game.
No, that's exactly. What's
Atlantic in
been a good ball game.
Out top, Wiederstein on the elbow, drives down the right side into Williams, and she loses the ball. Picked up by Megan Hughes. Kick out to Maggie Smith, and she'll bring it to the front court. 3:40 to play. Atlantic up 40-33. Smith drives. Nice crossover. Layup is good. That's 40-35. Rams squeeze the lead to 5. Atlantic turns it over at the other end. Maggie Smith to the front court, trailing by 5. Rams have it. Smith left wing. McChesney to Hughes. Back to McChesney. She'll fire a triple. No good. Rebound long and scooped up by Doncheski. Rams will reset with a new shot clock. 3:09 to play. 40-35 Atlantic by 5 on the St. Pro scoreboard. McChesney dribbles top of the circle. Leaves it off to Doncheski. Back out top to Hughes. Smith left wing. She'll launch a deep 3. Good! Oh boy, Maggie Smith. 40-38. Atlantic's lead cut to 2. Timeout called. We'll take it with them. Back in a minute.
When it's time to think about trailers, think Olson's Outdoor Power. With over 100 trailers in stock at 2 locations, we've got
At 2nd Street Auto, it's our mission to get you back on the road fast. And it all starts with free local towing. Want your back at the shop? We talk you through your car repair with a free and fair estimate. We do everything in-house so you know who's working on your car. Our Hercules tires come with free road hazard repair, free rotation for the life of the tires, and a free alignment check. And nobody can beat our transmission rebuild and repair experts. Brakes, tune-ups, oil changes, preventative maintenance, and service work make 2nd Street your first stop.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
They've got to get it in to Harder, and then we got a whistle timeout call by Coach Vargason. A 30-second timeout. We're back at 30. Atlantic has the ball back, leading 40-38.
We're embracing new changes to better serve you. As an independent wealth manager, I'm excited to partner.
At Outfitters Plus in Atlantic, you'll find all the latest in custom apparel and headwear. Head to Outfitters and work with the design pros to make your customized tees, team apparel, and personalized swag for your business a reality. Whether it's fan apparel for your high school or youth sports teams, your business, or you just want to make something your own, you'll have everyone saying, "Where'd you get that?" Don't forget, Outfitters will also add your group store online to make ordering a breeze. Get personalized at Outfitters Plus Outlet Store in Atlantic. Stop by today.
Atlantic leading 40-38, and they had opened up a 10-point lead, 35-25 in this frame. And then Glenwood came alive from three-point land. Trojans have the ball in the front court. Kirchhoff high and left for the Trojans, double teamed, and gets it out top. Kirchhoff to Harder. Harder drives baseline and dribbles off her toe, out of bounds on the baseline drive.
She had the right idea.
Rams
she was going to come up and under.
You bet.
And
she had that lane, and it just dribbled off her toe. Glenwood has the basketball. Hughes with it. Ahead to McChesney. McChesney guarded by Williams, high and right. 2.5 to play. McChesney underneath. Out to Smith. Head fake drive. Pulls up at the elbow. McChesney. Atlantic by 2. McChesney drives. Wild shot. No good. Travel called. Atlantic gets the ball back with 2:21 to go.
Yeah. I agree. She tried to squeeze through there. Trojan stayed straight up.
Wiederstein will throw it in for Atlantic. And gets it in. Schrader, right side, gets it out of there to Wiederstein. Kirchhoff breaks the press to Harder, right side to Schrader. Now Atlantic's going to milk the
time
clock
is on
here.
your side. Use it and get a good shot.
24 seconds on the shot clock. 2:07 on the game clock. Atlantic works the ball to the right baseline to Wiederstein. Out top to Schrader. Kirchhoff. Baseline left to Harder. Back out to Schrader. She's open. Didn't take the three. Elbow Wiederstein. Right baseline Williams. She's going to drive. One bounce kick out. Schrader for three short. Rebound long to Glenwood. Hughes. Pass ahead to Duncheski. Layup up. No good. Rebound Kirchhoff. That could have tied it. Atlantic up 40-38.
Payton did a good job of just getting her running out of control.
1:35 to play. Trojans have the ball in the front court by 2. Kick out to Kirchhoff. 40-38 to St. Croix scoreboard. Wiederstein high and left. Back out to Schrader. 15 the shot clock. Wiederstein into Harder. Back to Wiederstein. Schrader at the top. Into Harder. Right side of Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff left side of Wiederstein. Drives. Layup blocked. And Williams runs it down for Atlantic. And we've got a whistle.
No. Yep.
The ball, the Atlantic should get the shot clock.
No, the ball was blocked. Thing never hit the rim.
Okay, and so they're going to check that. 1:07 to go in the fourth. Good call, Roger. So checking in is McLaren. The ball is going to be long to Atlantic with 67 seconds to play. 5 seconds on the shot clock. They have to get one off here to Kirchhoff at the top. Kirchhoff fires and it's stolen by Glenwood. On the move is Hughes. She'll take it down under. And a whistle and travel called. Whoa, a break for the Trojans. 59 seconds to go now. If you're Glenwood, you don't have to foul right away.
It doesn't matter. They've got 5 to give.
They got 5. Nobody's had a foul in the fourth quarter.
No.
Harder. High and left is Schrader. Back out top to Kirchhoff. And the Trojans turn it over and back. Now Glenwood back the other way with 48 seconds to go. You don't see many games like that, Roger, and you're right. You looked up, nobody's fouled here in the fourth quarter.
Right.
That's a very unusual. Glenwood can tie it or take the lead with a deep ball with 48 seconds to play. Atlantic at 40-38. Smith drives in, kicks left. Hughes has it. Back out top to McChesney. She's going to take it inside. Short jumper. It is no good. Harder rebound for Atlantic. A big board, a half a minute to play. Trojans have possession.
They do not have to shoot it.
Kirchhoff is going to be fouled. This is what's going to happen. Hughes with the reach in. There's one. Atlantic will have the ball out of bounds near sideline.
But this is where they can be aggressive, and you got to take care of the basketball.
And Wiederstein will check in for Williams. With 28 seconds left, 40-38. Atlantic by a pair, and Coach Rasmussen calls timeout for Glenwood, and we'll take it with them.
Full
timeout. We're back in a minute.
Thinking about weight loss surgery? RSVP now for a free informational session at Cass Health. Weight loss surgeon, Dr.
The Super Bowl at Atlantic is a great place to have your next celebration. Birthday parties, family outings, date nights, or just hanging out with friends. The Super Bowl is the place to be. With Glow Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights, and ramps and bumpers for the kids, anyone can have a blast at the Super Bowl. Call Dan today at 243-4656 to reserve your lane and get ready for fun.
Gas prices got you down? Need a ride to work or the grocery store? There's public transportation for everyone in Southwest Iowa. SWITA offers taxi service in Atlantic, Glenwood, Harlan, Missouri Valley, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. $2.50 each way or $2 for seniors 60 years and older.
Lead 40-38. Lila Wiederstein will throw it in from their sideline. A free throw line extended. Looks to get it in. Good coverage by Glenwood. Finally to Schrader. Now the ball is loose. A scramble for it, and we've got a jump ball. 3 seconds went off the clock at 25. And the Trojans fortunately have the arrow here with 25 seconds to go in the game, up by 2, 40-38. 25 of the game clock.
Get it in the backcourt.
They'll get it to Harder. Foul called on Glenwood. The Trojans don't need to shoot here. There's 24 and 24 of the game clock and the shot clock. That's the second foul on Glenwood. I imagine they're just going to try to foul every time the Trojan makes the catch, or Glenwood will try to get a pick here as Kirchhoff has it, top of the circle. She's going to be fouled. More time off the clock, down to 21. That's 3 on Glenwood. They're working for that 5th foul to force Atlantic to the free throw line. 40-38. Trojans by a pair. In the Seed Pro scoreboard, 21 seconds left. Wiederstein will the buzzer. Just as the ball was being handed to the trigger. They're going to do it again here. Not sure what the buzzer was for. Maybe an accidental push. Here's Wiederstein into Kirchhoff. Now Schrader, she's fouled. Now the next one will be a shooting foul. The clock went off about 2 seconds. Now another one. They'll see it. Okay. It should be at 20. They'll have to put a couple of seconds back on the clock. 40-38 Atlantic now with the inbounds from the near sideline. And the next foul will be a shooting foul for the Trojans. Atlantic has shot 4 free throws second half. They're 2 for 4. In the first half, they went 3 for 6. So we have a discussion here at the bench with 18 seconds to go as to how much time to put on the clock. And I'm saying 2 seconds, Roger. Or maybe 3, maybe the 21 mark.
It's one of those things. If you don't have a definitive, you're going to leave it where it's at.
Right.
Okay. But then again, as an official, in a game like this, when that horn blows, you're looking at the clock immediately.
Absolutely, yeah. And he might have been. They're going to try to work it. 20 seconds. I think that's fair. That clock. I
agree with you.
Yeah, the 20 seconds I think is fair. And that's where they're going to probably leave it. Atlantic led 11-5 after 1. 21-20 after the halftime break. They win in the third quarter, leading 37-28. Glenwood able to hit some 3 balls here in the second half, 4 of them, and 3 in the first half. Atlantic with just 1 deep shot. So here we go, 20 seconds left. Atlantic with the basketball, they'll throw it in.
I kind of wanted that earlier was they had the shot clock on after a foul.
40-38 Trojans. Here's Wiederstein to throw it in. Atlantic in the stack now. They'll get it to Harder in the backcourt and the foul. And Harder, the best free throw shooter for Atlantic, so she'll have 2. And if she makes them both, it'll be a 2-possession game with 18 seconds on the clock. Harder is 1 for 2 from the line, but on the season, Peyton Harder is shooting 84% from the free throw line. So here's where the senior experience comes in here. The first free throw is good. Whoa, is that big?
Well, that's the most important one because that means you can't get beat.
41-38. Smith is in for Glenwood. And out comes Duncheski. Atlantic by 3. This is a big free throw ride here to make it a 2-possession game with 18 seconds to go. Harder dips her knees, spins it up, and calmly puts it in. Oh, Harder with a couple of big free throws. Atlantic up 42-38. Rams with the ball in the backcourt.
You can foul.
11 seconds. Stolen by McLaren. We're down to 10 seconds, and McLaren is fouled at 9. Great defense by the Trojans. Kirchhoff got the ball, and she'll shoot 2 shots. Atlantic.
Well, that's the thing. Atlantic doesn't have any fouls right now, so you could be awful aggressive.
Yes, exactly. So Kirchhoff will shoot 2 with 9 seconds left. Atlantic up 42-38. Kirchhoff's free throw is good. You know, the Trojans struggled a little bit early shooting free throws, but they're making them when they count here. You know, 3 straight.
Those counted seriously.
Timeout called by Glenwood. And we'll take it with them. We're back in a minute. Seem to be no one has time for a break.
Stein delivers more new genetics faster. Our focus on delivering higher yielding genetics faster than the competition is why we have released more new Enlist E3 lines in the past 5 years than any other seed company. For elite genetics paired with simple, flexible, and effective weed control, plant Stein Enlist E3 soybeans. Stein has yield. 45 years of yield. Learn more at steinseed.com.
Savor and save this weekend at your Atlantic Hy-Vee. 3 days only, Friday through Sunday. Fresh ground chuck, $3.98 a pound. Jimmy Dean bacon, only $2.99 each. Bone-in pork shoulder roast, only $1.68 a pound. Hy-Vee Midwest pork, boneless pork loin chops, 3 for $5. Marinated chicken breasts, 2 for $4. Our own special recipe bratwurst links or patties, 10 for $10, and that's definitely not all. As always, thank you for shopping your Atlantic Hy-Vee.
Trojans 6-4 in the season, trying to make it 7-4. And Kirchhoff at the free throw line. Atlantic up 43-38. Zoe's free throw in the air and short. Rebound Glenwood at 9. 8 seconds to go. They bring the ball across the timeline. Timeout called by Coach Rasmussen. With 5 seconds left, Atlantic up 43-38. We're back in 30 seconds.
At Outfitters Plus in Atlantic, you'll find all the latest in custom apparel.
Is your New Year's resolution to save money? Are you hungry for a slice of greatness? Godfather's Pizza, located right here at Olson's BP in Atlantic, has a deal that you can't refuse all January long. Right now, order any large pizza and you'll get half off any delicious side. Don't wait, this offer is only good through the end of January and it's one side per order. Swing by Olson's BP in Atlantic and make sure your next meal doesn't break the bank. Godfather's Pizza and Olson's BP in Atlantic, the keep you going store.
At Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We've been dedicated to our communities for over 35 years. From real estate and ag loans to personal and commercial banking, we offer a full range of financial services tailored to meet your needs. We believe in giving back and being involved in the communities we serve. Stop into one of our 12 convenient locations or visit us at rollinghillsbank.com.
The ball out of bounds with 5 seconds left. Atlantic up 43-38 to try to go to 7-4 in the season. The inbounds pass out top to Johnson, back to Smith. Smith dribble drive, fires at the buzzer, missed the shot, game over. Atlantic 43-38 over Glenwood here tonight. And the Trojans will go to 7-4 on the season.
That wasn't easy.
That wasn't easy, and they were able to hold them off there at the end. And give Glenwood credit, boy, they got that three-point shot
what, that
going.
Three-point shot, that keeps in the ball game when they go in.
Yeah, Glenwood had 3 threes the first half and 4 in the second half. Atlantic able to muster 1, but it was the inside game that made the difference, and then the good free throws down the stretch.
Well, like I said, with no fouls on either team in that last quarter, you get down to the end, you can play awful aggressive, and that's probably what hurt Glenwood a little bit, as they couldn't get us to the free throw line soon enough.
Well, Harder and Williams, they controlled things for Atlantic. I know Harder had 8 points in the first half, and she came out in the second half and had a total of 9. She had 17 for the game. Williams had a solid game.
2 big free throws, let's put it that way.
And 2 big free throws for Harder and Williams, 8 points in the second half. She had 9, 10, 11. She had 15 for the game as Harder and Williams led the way for Atlantic. Post-game show brought to you by Cass Health. Neighbors caring for neighbors. We're back right after this.
RSVP now for a free informational session.
Get ready for a fresh start at Greg Young Atlantic. Our Greg Young Fresh Start program helps you hit the road with confidence, overcome credit challenges with personalized financing, and a wide selection of great vehicles. Visit us today to find your brand new Chevy, GMC, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram. Or check out our huge pre-owned selection at GregYoungAtlantic.com and GregYoungCDJRAtlantic.com. And to apply. Don't miss out on this incredible offer. Here at Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
We'll hear from Atlantic head coach Dalton Frank on the McAtee Tire Coaches Show here in just a little bit. Let's recap this when Atlantic took an 11-5 lead after 1 quarter. And Glenwood came back to grab the lead in the second quarter, 17-16. But the Trojans able to close it out 21-20 when it's all said and done. Then in that second half, Trojans led 31-25. And they had opened up a big lead in the fourth quarter, 35-25, but Glenwood came back with a 3-ball. They had 4 threes in that second half, and they made it close. There at the end, Atlantic had 40-31, and then the Rams cut the lead to 40-38. Atlantic closed it out at 42-38. Some big free throws by Peyton Harder at the end of the game. Those 2 for 2 at the line was really big, Roger, there.
Well, there were, 3 trips up and back at the 2-point difference?
Yes.
either team couldn't get a shot worth a hoot, and then they had to start fouling because the time was getting down to where they needed to, and that put Peyton at the line, and that's where it stretched it out.
So again, it's Trojans going 7-4 on the season as they defeat Glenwood tonight here on the road. Hey, the boys' game is coming up next. We'll be back in 2 minutes to get things started here from Glenwood on 95.7 FM and our live video stream on WesternIowaToday.com.
Offers in-town school transportation.
Oak Point Wealth Management is making important changes to better serve you. Wealth Manager Aaron Friend is proud to announce that Oak Point Wealth has partnered with LBL Financial, providing comprehensive tools and resources to support your financial goals. Aaron remains committed to serving Southwest Iowa with personalized service backed by LBL's dynamic technology and investment platform.
I'm excited to embrace independence and keep my focus on what matters most, my clients' best interests.
Visit www.oakpointwealth.com, 71220 73521 to learn more about how Oak Point Wealth Management can help you pursue your financial goals.
Good coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate, and come up with a game plan to make their team better. Like a good coach, when you bring your vehicle to McAdee Tire, they listen to your concerns and give clear explanations on how they can help. They come up with a game plan to get your vehicle performing at its best. From tires to oil changes, brakes, engine repair, and more, McAdee Tire can assist in all your vehicle needs and help you feel prepared for all the competitions ahead. McAdee Tire and Service, where their game-winning service is always a slam dunk.
Just when you think he's Mr. Perfect, he wakes up and proves me wrong. You can't charge a junk battery. Look here, mister. Replace it. I called Atlantic Egg and Auto, gave them make and model, and they have a new battery waiting at the counter. Go. Go now. Here's a Mr. Pibb and peanut M&Ms to tide you over so you don't have to make any stops. Atlantic and Audubon Egg and Auto, your only locally owned CarQuest retail stores. Your go-to for batteries, parts, and sometimes fixing relationship and his hunger problems.
At Seed Pros, our mission is to be your business partner every day of every season.
Pioneer Hybrid International was founded in Iowa back in 1926 and is still American today. Not many other seed providers can make that claim.
We partner with you to continually push the limits by combining elite seed genetics, local infield knowledge, along with customer service second to none.
We are with you from the word go. Contact Mark Van Tiger, Gary Dinkla, Nick Knutson, or John Becker to partner with a team that puts your business needs first.
A different Atlantic basketball team here.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got getting Jules back. They've been playing a lot better here lately. I know they're going to be missing Hudson McLaren tonight. I can see him down there in his sweatpants. You know, that's a starter, but I think they got the next man up. And, you know, if Gavin gets on a roll as far as takes care of business down underneath, Kinnick's been known here lately to hit the three ball, and just like this last game, the girls' game, you get a few of those and you start getting some confidence and you can stay in the ball game.
No doubt about it. And Glenwood, they broke a two-game losing streak, beating St. Albert last night by a pair, and big win for them. They had been undefeated going in. They're 7-2 in the season, 2-2 at home and 5-0. Coming into this one. Hey, we had a chance to catch up with it. Atlantic head coach Dalton Frank on the McAdee Tire Coaches Show. McAdee Tire and Service are headquarters for all your automotive repairs and Goodyear tires at 100 West 2nd Street in Atlantic. We're back right after this with Coach Franken.
Coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate, and come up with a game plan to make their team better. Like a good coach, when you bring your vehicle to McAdee Tire, they listen to your concerns and give clear explanations on how they can help. They come up with a game plan to get your vehicle performing at its best. From tires to oil changes, brakes, engine repair, and more, McAdee Tire can assist in all your vehicle needs and help you feel prepared for all the competitions ahead. McAdee Tire and Service, where their game-winning service is always a slam dunk.
Welcome back to the McAtee Tire Coaches Show. We're joined by Atlantic head coach Dalton Franken. Atlantic and Glenwood facing off here in this boys contest for the second time this season. We're joined by Atlantic head basketball coach Dalton Franken. Coach, thanks for joining us, getting set for round number 2 against Glenwood. And we go back to round number 1. The Rams able to get the win. What was the difference in that first time around?
Honestly, we played pretty darn well, especially on the defensive end. I mean, we lost by 20, but the second half they hit like 5 or 6 threes there in the third quarter, and that was kind of the difference in the game. They showed they came out in the zone press, and we were able to break that and turn that into some easy baskets early, and then they fell back into a 2-3 zone that kind of gave us some fits there. So and we kind of went stagnant offensively when they jumped into that zone. So they're 3 points.
We did get a little bit here from Coach Franken. We wanted to thank McAtee Tire for bringing us our Coaches Show as our starting lineups are coming up here in just a little bit. We'll have that First Whitney Bank opening tip-off here on 95.7 FM. So here we go. For the Atlantic Trojans, they'll start Kennick Jewell at the point guard, a 5'9" senior. Gavin McClare will get a start for Atlantic, a 6'2" junior. Selton Mualia starting for the Trojans, a 6'4" junior. And also getting a start tonight. And not surprised, Hunter Nelson, who had some big threes on Saturday, also getting a start for the Trojans. So they'll go with Mualia, a 6'4" junior, Petty, a 6'1" sophomore, Jewell, a 5'9" senior, and Hunter Nelson, a 5'10" junior for the Trojans. And Gavin McLaren at 6'2" and a junior. Colin Steele, a 6'4" junior, getting a start. Cole Stout also starting is Aiden Gibson. He's averaging over 20 points a game. And Jack Johnson starting. And Drew Schroeder will round out the lineup for Glenwood. We're getting set for the First Whitney Bank opening tip-off. That's coming up next.
Your business is your business, but there are times when you need someone to come alongside you. You need someone who knows you, who knows your plans, your goals, your dreams, someone who's on your side and who's there to help you get there. This is Ann from First Whitney Bank. Whether your business is running a business, farming, raising a family, or helping your kids move on to the business of their lives, we're here. It's your business, they're your dreams, and we're here to help you reach them. First Whitney Bank, member FDIC.
Now, back to Atlantic Trojan basketball on KS 95.7 and live streamed at westerniowatoday.com.
Here we go, the tip-off. Molia and Gibson is controlled by the Trojans. Molia got the tip out top to Kenny Jewell. Atlantic will start with the basketball. Jewell bounce pass, high post to Gavin McLaren. To Molia, high and left. Back to Jewell, beyond the arc on the drive, drives in, wild shot, no good, foul called on Glenwood. Jack Johnson was escorting him down the lane, and I believe it's going to be a shooting foul for Jewell.
We're going to get 2 out of it.
Yeah, right out of the gate here. So Kennick at the free throw line for Atlantic. Kennick on the season. First free throw is good. 81% free throw shooter. He's 14 of 17 on the year. Second free throw coming up. And it's also good. Atlantic takes a 2-0 lead over the Rams. Glenwood with the basketball in the backcourt. Steele with it. Colin Steele, a 6'4" junior, clears the half-court line. Near side of Jack Johnson, top of the circle for Glenwood. Atlantic out of man-to-man defense. They go right baseline. Inside,
somebody's got to talk.
Open, took the feed from Schroeder, and Steele puts it in to tie the game.
That's where you got to talk.
Atlantic with the ball. Kenny Jewell brings it across the half-court line for the Trojans. Early first quarter. Jewell hands off to Petty, back to Gavin and McLaren. To Jewell, top of the circle, and we're going to have a blocking foul called on Atlantic. And we'll have the ball back with 7:11 to play here in this first quarter. Inbounds to Schroeder. 2-2 game on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Schroeder, top of the circle, guarded by Petty. Leaves it off to Jack Johnson, top of the circle, guarded by Hunter Nelson. Screen put on by Stout. Baseline steal, down low to Aiden Gibson. Gibson averaging 20 points a game. They go back right baseline to Stout. Now to Schroeder, down the lane, lays it up and in. Schroeder a little run. And timeout's going to be called with 3:04 to go first quarter. Rams up 11-7 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We're back right after this.
Savor and save this weekend at your Atlantic Hy-Vee. 3 days only, Friday through Sunday. Fresh ground chuck, $3.98 a pound. Jimmy Dean bacon, only $2.99 each. Bone-in pork shoulder roast, only $1.68 a pound. Hy-Vee Midwest pork, boneless pork loin chops, 3 for $5. Marinated chicken breasts, 2 for $4. Our own special recipe bratwurst links or patties, 10 for $10, and that's definitely not all. As always, thank you for shopping your Atlantic Hy-Vee.
We're back, 3:04 to go here this first quarter, 11-7. Jewell with the dribble on top of the circle. With Amalia high and left, and it's almost a steal by Steele. Back to Jewell, high and right. Baseline now in the game for the Trojans is Terrell. Back to Jewell. Rams up 11-7, the Seed Pros scoreboard. Jewell with it, top of the circle.
Oh, nice drive.
Yep, layup
good
up,
finish.
and it is good.
Good hesitation, getting to the hole.
2:30 to play first quarter. Glenwood with the ball in the front court. 11-9, the Trojans close the gap to 2 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. So Atlantic hanging in there, Roger, here in this first quarter anyway.
Now for our internet connection to just hang in there.
We're working on it, and everybody here broadcasting having a little issue here, but we'll do the best we can. Johnson, top of the circle. Back out top to Stout. He'll take it right wing for the Rams. Baseline Jack Johnson. Johnson the drive, spins, kick out. Stout at the top for 3, and he didn't get to go. Rebound comes off to Bowmaker. To steal short J, and he missed the shot. And Gavin McLaren gets the rebound for Atlantic. So the Trojans back the other way here in the front court. (11-9) the score here. Jewell back out top to McLaren. McLaren spins, layup, no good. And the rebound, Moya, layup, good,
nice
pass. Moya got the feed, and we're tied at 11-11 here in the first quarter. 1:27 left to go here in this stanza.
I'll get caught up here.
Back out top to Johnson. Johnson into Steele. And the ball loose, and a travel called. Atlantic will get the ball back on the travel call. 1:14 to go. 11-11 a ball game here in this first quarter. And the Trojans have the basketball. Score brought to you by the Seed Pros. A by your side to maximize yield from the word go. Contact John Becker, Mark Ventiger, Gary Dinkla, and Nick Knutson. So here we go. The Trojans, top of the circle. Kenny Jewell with it. Guarded to the top. High post to Gab McLaren. Back to Jewell. Jewell driving. Kicks the Moya, and we've got a try jump
Good
off
call.
ball. Yeah.
Good call. Way to try to take it at it.
So the Trojans have the ball. back on defense. 11-11 is the score. They get the ball right wing. Baseline. And a kickoff of Petty out of bounds. It'll be Glenwood's basketball.
They were in a 1-2-2. I think it'll match up out of bounds.
Inbounds coming in for Bowmaker. To steal, the ball knocked away. Stout gets it back, and Moya tries to strip it. 42 seconds left.
Sawyer's making it tough on him.
Yeah. 11-11 first quarter score. The throw in by Glenwood. Landon McGoldrick, the 6'3 senior, gets it into Stout. He'll fire the triple from the right side. Good! Stout with the three. And the Rams, with 38 seconds to go first quarter, get the lead back 14-11. Kenny Jewell will bring the ball across the half-court line for Atlantic. Back to Petty. Now Jewell gets it ahead to Gab McLaren. Feeds to Moya. Layup. Good.
Oh, that's textbook. Way to keep your head up.
Great assist by McLaren. 14-13. Glenwood by one. Baseline. Goldricks for three. Can't get it to go. The rebound pulled down by Bryce Keller for Glenwood. Coach Schulte going deep into his bench here in this first quarter. 13 seconds to go in the first. Glenwood up 14-13 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. They'll trigger for the baseline, left side of the basket. Drew Schroeder, the 6'5 senior, will throw it in. Schroeder looking, and he's going to kick it out to Stout, high and right. 12 seconds to go in the half. Schroeder on the drive for Glenwood. Back out top to McGoldrick. They'll go right side to Schroeder. He'll drive, runner up, good. Schroeder with 4 points here in this first quarter. And Glenwood takes a 16-13 lead after one quarter play. And we'll take a break. And we're back right after these. So 95.7 FM on our live video stream, westerniowatoday.com.
Transit Agency offers in-town school transportation for Atlantic, Red Oak, Harlan, and Glenwood children. Parents are able to rest easy knowing all their children, from preschoolers to teenagers, will make it to school every day safely and on time. Let Switted take kids to school for only $1.50 per.
Get ready for a fresh start at Greg Young Atlantic. Our Greg Young Fresh Start program helps you hit the road with confidence, overcome credit challenges with personalized financing, and a wide selection of great vehicles. Visit us today to find your brand new Chevy, GMC, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, or Ram. Or check out our huge pre-owned selection at GregYoungAtlantic.com and GregYoungCDJRAtlantic.com. And to apply. Don't miss out on this incredible offer. Here at Greg Young, we go the extra mile for you.
Oak Point Wealth Management is making important changes to better serve you. Wealth Manager Aaron Friend is proud to announce that Oak Point Wealth has partnered with LBL Financial, providing
here. And the ball belongs to Trojans. Grant Petty will throw it in for the far sideline. And he'll get into Jewell. Jewell across the half-court line between the ranks. Off the screen from Woodward. Over to McLaren. He'll fire the triple. No good.
Ooh, good luck.
Irons out, and Schroeder rebound out to Jack Johnson for the Rams. He'll bring it ahead to Steele. Johnson top of the circle for Glenwood. Rams come out with Gibson on that left wing. Inside, Stout, double teamed across to Schroeder. Schroeder back out top. A. Gibson for three, got it. Boy, Gibson got the triple for Glenwood. And the Rams get the steal back the other way. 19-13, Glenwood on top of the Seed Pro scoreboard. And a three-point shot is good. Steele with the triple. 7:07 to go. Another steal by Johnson. Layup good. And a timeout called by Dalton Franken. And we'll take it with them. We're back in a minute.
This week at High V, we have Marie Callender's Bowl or Healthy Choice Steamers, $1.98. Fresh boneless skinless chicken breasts, $2.88 a pound. Gold Chocolate Premium Salad Kits, $2.97 each. Pepsi 6-pack bottles, $2.99 each with a purchase of 4. Buy 2, get 1 free. Coke 12 packs. Bird's Eye Vegetables, only
Oak Point Wealth Management is making important changes to better serve you. Wealth Manager Aaron Friend is proud to announce that Oak Point Wealth has partnered with LBL Financial, providing comprehensive tools and resources to support your financial goals. Aaron remains committed to serving Southwest Iowa with personalized service backed by LBL's dynamic technology and investment platform.
I'm excited to embrace independence and keep my focus on what matters most, my clients' best interests.
Visit www.oakpointwealth.com, 712-207-3521 to learn more about how Oak Point Wealth Management can help you pursue your financial goals.
Back to Glenwood, Tom Robbins alongside Roger Warren. And the Rams exploded to a 24-13 lead.
2 threes and a 2.
Yeah.
Didn't take care of the basketball.
Trojans had the ball out of bounds after Coach Frank had to call a timeout.
He didn't have a choice.
Yeah. Grant Petty gets it into Jewell. Back to Petty in the middle of the lane. Jewell near his sideline. Back to Petty. Over to Gavin McLaren, to Jewell and Petty. Petty top of the circle and almost a steal by Gibson. McLaren out to Jewell. Jewell bounce pass to Hunter Nelson on the left wing. And the ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll be Atlantic's ball. Here we go. Jewell top of the circle for Atlantic. And he threw it away. Jack Johnson with a steal. To Schroeder. Back to steal. Layup good. 26-13. Now with the Rams open up a big lead here. Doubled up the score. Gavin McLaren back out to Jewell. To McLaren. To Jewell top of the circle. On the drive. Runner up. No rebound. Stout. Foul called on Glenwood. With 6 minutes to go, about 6:08 to go in the first half.
Well, that first quarter, they did such a good job of breaking the press and getting a couple of easy buckets.
Yeah.
They got a little more pressure on them this time.
Jewell will shoot 2. First one is good. Jewell 3 for 3 at the line here in this first half. 5 points for Jewell so far in the game. Free throw good. 6 for Jewell. Atlantic now cuts the lead, 26-15. And the Rams will bring it across the half-court line. 6:08 to go, and we've got a whistle. And
well, the shot clock wasn't running.
Okay. They'll inbounds from the near sideline. Gibson in to Jack Johnson. Gibson with 5 points here in this first half. And the deep shot, no good. Rebound, Gavin McLaren for Atlantic out to Kenny Jewell. Under 6 to play, first half. Jewell top of the circle, off the screen. From Gavin McLaren, back to McLaren, high post. Gavin turns, drives down the lane, lose the handle. Out top to Petty, over to Jewell. Jewell to Gavin McLaren, top of the circle. They'll send it out to Hunter Nelson. He's got a 1 3-point shot here in the first half for the Trojans. Bounce pass, McLaren back out to Nelson. Nelson dribbles over to Petty. He'll fire a 3 at the buzzer, can't get it. Rebound Aiden Gibson, 5:19 to go, right at the shot clock. Gibson high post, down low Schroeder. We got a whistle, foul called on Grant Petty for Atlantic. 5:13 to go here, second quarter.
That's his first.
So the throw in by Schrader. Out to Steele for 3. Baseline shot, no, and Gavin McLaren rips down the board for Atlantic. Out to Kenny Jewell. He'll bring it across the timeline for the Trojans. 11-point lead for Glenwood. The Seapro scoreboard. Under 5 to play. Gavin McLaren driving in. Layup good.
Got him on his hip and took him to the hole. That was a good finish.
Yeah, 26-17. McLaren has 4 points for Atlantic here in the first half. Glenwood has it stolen away by Jewell.
Spacing.
Jewell over to Hunter Nelson. He'll fire the three. God! Oh, Nelson with the triple.
Yeah, he had a toe on the line.
And Atlantic within.
Yep. Only gave him a 2.
26-20, the Trojans on a 6-0 run. Rams in the front court. Gibson, step back 3 for the left. Missed the shot. Rebound, Hunter Nelson for Atlantic. Back to Jewell. 4:12 to go in the half. Grant Petty high and right. Drives down, shot blocked by Gibson, knocked out of bounds. Atlantic on a 6-0 run. They've closed the gap here to 26-20. They lose the ball now at 4:06 to go, and Glenwood has it. They'll throw it in under the basket, Roger.
Yeah, well, Trojans have done a good job the last 2-3 trips. You know, D'ing up. It's only a 6-point lead. It was, what, 12?
Yeah, they led by a dozen. 4:06 to go, and Jack Johnson will slow it down. He'll bring it across the timeline in methodical fashion for Glenwood. Off the screen, driving, pulls up, kicks left. Here's a 3-ball, in and out, no good. Rebound Stout for Glenwood. In the game is Evan Stanislaw, the freshman, and he tried that 3.
That's one of those, if you're going to foul him, the ball never goes up.
Yeah. Stanislaw will shoot a pair for the free throw out of the foul. That's the second on Atlantic here in the second quarter. 3:49 to go in the first half. 28-20. Here's the free throw. It is no good. Gavin McLaren with the rebound. So Stanislaus missed the and one. Trojans have the ball in the front court for Atlantic. Right baseline, Gross driving. Nice head fake. Shot blocked by Stout. Ball is loose, picked up by Woodward. Follow-away jumper, short, no good. Rebound, Stanislaw, the freshman for Glenwood. 3:20 to go in the first half. Ball out top. Jack Johnson on the drive, spinning, shooting, scoring.
That was just clear out and let me have at it.
Johnson with 8 points here in this first half.
That's where you got to have some help.
Atlantic down by 10, 30-20. So the Rams now back on a 4-0 run. Under 3 to go. Baseline Petty. 3-point shot. God! Petty with the triple for Atlantic.
Good assist.
Glenwood back up by 7. Stout drives. Kick out top to McGoldrick. To Stout, top of the circle. Guarded by Gavin McLaren, spinning the block. Gives it up to Jack Johnson. Baseline, Stanislav, the freshman. Back to Stout. Kick out top. Johnson, Aiden Gibson. On the drive. Back to Stout. He's open. Fires the triple. Good. Stout with 2 threes here in this first half. He has 6 points. 2:16 to go. First half, 33-23. Glenwood with the lead. Atlantic sets it up. 23 on the shot clock. Nelson running the point guard now. Kick out to Petty. He'll launch the triple. God! Oh, man! Petty with 2 threes here in the first half.
But he didn't hesitate on that one. It was like, I'm going to shoot this thing.
33-26. Rams lead cut to 6. 1:40 to go. First half. Stout deep 3. Up, no. Rebound to Nelson. McLaren. Gavin tried to save it. Stepped out of bounds on the far sideline. So Glenn will have it back. They'll throw it in with McGoldrick. Landon McGoldrick, the 6'3 senior, will throw it in for Glenwood with 1:35 to play here in the first half. Get the ball inside to Jack Johnson, the point guard. On the bounce, high and right, Johnson lobs it inside to Aiden Gibson. Gibson, left side, McGoldrick. He'll fire the triple. Good! McGoldrick with the 3. Glenwood 5 threes here in this first half. 1:14 to go. 36-26, back to a double-digit lead for the home team. Baseline Jewell into Gavin McLaren. He'll take it inside, layup good.
That was a good control. Back him down, use the glass.
Gavin with 6 points. Glenwood the front court. Gibson out top to Jack Johnson. McGoldrich under a minute to go in the half. McGoldrich jump stop layup is good. 5 for McGoldrich. Atlantic with the ball back in the front. Jewell down by 10, 38-28. Top of the circle, Hunter Nelson on the bounce. Half a minute to go in the first half. Left side to Kennick Jewell. Out top to Petty. Petty's got 2 threes. To Nelson, he'll fire a 3 off the glass, no. Rebound kick long to Petty. 17 seconds to go. Petty, baseline, Nelson, he'll fire a triple from there. God! Hunter Nelson with 3 threes, 38-31. Glenwood driving and a whistle and...
Probably a good foul.
Yeah. Slowed down Glenwood there. Now 38-31 the score. Rams with the lead and Hunter Nelson with 3 threes. Here in the first half, he has 9 points for Atlantic. 2 threes for Petty. He's got 6. 7-point lead for Glenwood into Jack Johnson. 3 seconds, 2. Johnson. Big McGoldrich for 3 at the buzzer. Got it! Oh, boy. McGoldrich with the 3 ball at the buzzer. And the Rams lead 41-31 here at the break. A big shot by McGoldrich, Roger Warren. In a wild
I'll tell you what, that was a wild third quarter,
yes,
or second quarter.
Hey, we've got Atlantic Kid girls basketball coach Dan Vargason with us. We'll talk to Coach right after this halftime, brought to you by Olson's BP and Olson's Fuel.
Resolution to save money. Are you hungry for a slice?
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
First Windy Bank is the longest standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved.
7th game of the season, 7-4 on the year, Coach, and take us through that game. A nice finish by the Trojans, some big free throws by Harder at the end, but your thoughts?
Yeah, very slow start tonight. Came out and turned the ball over quite a bit in the first quarter. Really struggled to get any sort of rhythm. But, as the game went on, we had to change things up quite a bit. We really never got into a good rhythm. Our defense didn't really create a whole lot of turnovers in the second half. Kind of got out of our 3-quarter court press. Changed up defense and then found a little bit more success. Then, of course, they got hot from the 3-point line tonight, and we never did. We couldn't get going. And then they tried to gunk everything up in the paint, but we were still able to get Peyton and Katrina going, which is good. Not anybody else really got comfortable tonight. So we found ways to win, and that's what you got to do on the road in the Hawkeye 10 is win ugly. And the last 2, we found a way to win ugly.
Well, Coach, your inside game was working. Was that kind of the strategy to come out in the first half?
Yeah, we knew we had a height advantage, and last time we played, we got the ball inside, and then we got inside-out points. And we never, with the 3 not going, you never want to rely on the 3 ball anyway. Longer shot, it's just tougher to do. Some nights it's off, and you don't want to rely on that. But, we struggled to get the ball inside and finish. Katrina Williams had a lot of good-looking shots that just didn't want to fall. They were great looks. I don't know how many just rolled off the rim for her tonight, or she'd have had 40. And then, we started kicking it out, and they were just right there as well. And then, we started to make some bad decisions in the second, third quarter. I think out of a little bit of frustration. And then third quarter came out, settled down, got the ball inside again to Katrina and Peyton. Then it started to fall a little bit. Got a little bit more rhythm, and then we were a little bit better off.
Well, Coach, now Kemper coming up on Friday night. What do you work on between now and then?
Putting the ball in the basket. Last 2 games, it hasn't been good for us. We've lost a little bit of that confidence shooting the ball. Just got to get that back the next 2 days, and that's kind of what we talked about. I'm proud of the girls for figuring out how to win those ugly games. We talked about that Saturday and today, both ugly wins, and you got to learn how to do that. Not every night's going to be pretty. It's basketball. Some nights the ball goes in, some nights it doesn't. Can you figure out how to win the scrappy games? And we've talked in years past about losing these types of games, and now we're winning these types of games. So As frustrating as it is, we're still happy to win basketball games like that. And so now we got to figure out how to get back into a groove, how to get the ball falling from the perimeter. We had double figures tonight from Katrina and Peyton, and everybody else was 2 points, 3 points, 4 points. So getting everybody else involved in the action again, just get a little bit more fluidity to our offense, and then getting our defense rev back up. We're not creating enough turnovers, so as a coaching staff, figuring out what we're doing wrong to have these girls in position where we're not creating the turnovers. That's something we're going to look at, getting some changes made. Teams have obviously figured out kind of what we're doing, so making changes that put our girls in position to win.
Halfway through with 7-4, and again, like Kemper on Friday night, best of luck, Coach. Thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tom.
You bet. Dan Vargas, head coach of the Atlantic girls team. They win their 7th game of the year, and they'll play Kemper on Friday night on the road. And we'll have the game on 95.7 FM and our live video stream on WesternIowaToday.com. Halftime brought to you by Olson's BP and Olson's Fuel, and your home for the great Godfather's Pizza.
Are you hungry for a slice of greatness? Godfather's Pizza, located right here at Olson's BP in Atlantic, has a deal that you can't refuse all January long. Right now, order any large pizza and you'll get half off any delicious side. Don't wait, this offer is only good through the end of January, and it's one side per order. Swing by Olson's BP in Atlantic and make sure your next meal doesn't break the bank. Godfather's Pizza and Olson's BP in Atlantic, the keep you going store.
Welcome back to Glenwood, 41-31. Good game, Roger Warren. Atlantic down by a dozen that first half, but they're able to get Hunter Nelson getting hot. He's got 3 threes. Grant Petty has 2. Atlantic hitting the long ball. Glenwood in the first half with 6 3-point shots. 2 from Cole Stout, 1 from Colin Steele, and 2 from McGoldrick, who had that one at the buzzer.
Yeah, that one at the buzzer. That kind of bites you in the shorts, but I mean, they're. It's one of those things that they're playing well, and you go down and you get a couple of stops right out of the gate. It's like, okay, get this thing down to, like you always say, you're down 10 right now. You want this thing by the time you get to fourth quarter, you want it to 5.
Yeah.
You just want to work at it. I mean, if you can go quicker than that, that's fine and dandy, but it just gets stops.
Glenwood, with just 2 losses on the year, they're 7-2 coming in, 2-2 at home, and 5-0 on the road. They had a 2-game skid, and then they did edge St. Albert last night, 72-70, before taking on the Trojans tonight. Atlantic, they found a shooter, that Hunter Nelson, I'll tell you that.
And like you and I talked about, Coach said, he's not afraid to shoot it either.
No.
But I tell you what, if they're a good-looking shot, put it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Then when they came out of the gate with 6 straight wins, they beat Thomas Jefferson. They beat Atlantic early, 67-47, Denison Sleswig. And they topped Clarinda, beat Harlan and Creston. They won 6 straight. They lost to Plattsmouth, Nebraska, 62-50, and they fell short to Lewis Central, 78-75, and then they beat St. Albert last night, 74-72, and that was, I believe, a makeup game. And now they're facing a pretty pesky Trojan squad here tonight. Atlantic comes in at 2-6, and looking pretty good here in the first half. 3-point shot by McGoldrick was huge there at the end. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. We're back right after these.
Have you ever heard the saying, people spend their life building wealth and neglecting their health, only to wish they could trade their wealth for better health at the end? This is Dr. Fritz Beyer, and it has now been over 30 years since my first chiropractic adjustment. I still get asked, do you get adjusted? Absolutely. I try to get adjusted at least once a month. I'm 47 now and still try to stay as active as ever. While I do get a few more aches and pains than when I was younger, it feels great to be able to step on the mat and help kids learning to wrestle. Chiropractic has helped me feel young enough to do it. If staying active is part of your future plans, call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics.
At 2nd Street Auto, it's our mission to get you back on the road fast. And it all starts with free local towing. Once you're back at the shop, we talk you through your car repair with a free and fair estimate. We do everything in-house so you know who's working on your car. Our Hercules tires come with free road hazard repair, free rotation for the life of the tires, and a free alignment check. and nobody can beat our transmission rebuild and repair experts. Brakes, tune-ups, oil changes, preventative maintenance, and service work make 2nd Street your first stop.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
At Outfitters Plus in Atlantic, you'll find all the latest in custom apparel and headwear. Head to Outfitters and work with the design pros to make your customized tees, team apparel, and personalized swag for your business a reality. Whether it's fan apparel for your high school or youth sports teams, your business, or you just want to make something your own, you'll have everyone saying, "Where'd you get that?" Don't forget, Outfitters will also add your group store online to make ordering a breeze. Get personalized at Outfitters Plus Outlet Store in Atlantic. Stop by today.
41-31 is our score. And McGoldrick had the big three. Landon McGoldrick, the 6'3 senior, knocked down the big three-point shot right at the buzzer. And that gave the Rams that double-digit lead, but the Trojans hanging in there. They lost by 20 back on December 6th on their home floor and hanging in here tonight. So the Trojans come out with their starters: Molia, Hunter Nelson, Grant Petty, Kenny Jewell, and Gavin McLaren. The Rams come out with Aiden Gibson. He's been held out of the first half. Jack Johnson, Drew Schroeder, Cole Stout, and Colin Steele, the starters for Glenwood. To get started here in this second half of play. 41-31. The Rams with the 10-point lead over Atlantic. Trojans in a man-to-man defense throughout the first half. They're going to come out that way in the second. Johnson in. Jack Johnson will bring it across the timeline for Glenwood. Aiden Gibson will flank him to the right. He takes the pass high and right. Johnson driving. Layup. No good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Stout. Atlantic gets the ball back. 13 seconds into the second half.
There's one stop.
Yeah. Here's Kenny. Grant Petty, who has 2 3-point shots in the first half. Jewell back to Petty. He'll break the half court to Hunter Nelson. Bounce pass to Jewell. Jewell pulls up, fires the three. Good!
They left him alone.
Kenny Jewell with the 3-ball. And Jewell with 9. Rams in the front court, steal by Molia. Molia down the left side. He'll take it in. Layup no good. Rebound Jewell, a whistle, and a pushing foul called on the Rams, and Molia will shoot 2. 41-34. Rams with the lead on the Seed Pros scoreboard. And Molia will shoot 2 shots. First one in flight, no good. Molly with 2 points in that first half. Second free throw coming up for the 6'4 junior. And it's in flight, and it is good. Molly hit 1 of 2 for Atlantic.
Okay, we're down to 6. One more, another stop.
41-35, Glenwood in the front court. High post to Stout. Stout on the bounce out to Gibson. He'll fire a deep 3, no good. And the rebound, Stout, low layup, good. Stout got the rebound in the bucket. Back up. Rams on the defensive end. Atlantic breaks the press. 43-35 Glenwood. Inside of Molia, baseline. Petty's open. He'll launch the 3. Go! In and out, no good. Rebound to Jewell. Ball loose, picked up by Steele. Out to Aiden Gibson. 43-35. Glenwood with the lead of the ball. 6:28 to play, third quarter. Driving Schroeder, layup good. Schroeder with the bucket. Timeout called by Atlantic. Schroeder gets the point, and now 10-point lead for Glenwood, back up 45-35. We'll take a break. We're back right after these. No one has time for a breakdown. So here's the key. Pay attention to the early signs of transmission issues. If you notice problems, call Seconds.
The Super Bowl in Atlantic is a great place to have your next celebration. Birthday parties, family outings, date nights, or just hanging out with friends. The Super Bowl is the place to be. With Glow Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights, and ramps and bumpers for the kids, anyone can have a blast at the Super Bowl. Call Dan today at 243-4656 to reserve your lane and get ready for fun.
45-35 Rams. Trojans inbounds from the back court against the press. Petty across the timeline. Bounce pass. Gab McLaren. He'll drive down low. Layup no good. William with the rebound. Can't get it to go. And the Rams, Jack Johnson gets the board. Driving Gibson. Layup good. Nice move by Gibson. In the front court, Glenwood on the defensive end, knocks it out of bounds. 47-35 Rams on top. And the Trojans will trigger for the baseline. Hunter Nelson will throw it in. 5:54 to play third quarter. So Nelson will throw it in. Back out top to Gavin McLaren. Over to Kennick Jewell, high and right. 5:50 left, third quarter. Jewell on the bounce, left wing. Looks for a screen, kick out top, Petty. Kennick, low to McLaren. We've got a foul call to Molia. On the screen, a little bit too much contact on Johnson. And the ball turns over to Glenwood. 47-35, 5:41 to play. Inbounds, Jack Johnson, the point guard for Glenwood. Schroeder's in there along with Stout, Steele, and Gibson, the starters. Johnson off the screen, high and right. 5.5 to play, third quarter. Gibson, nice head fake. Turn, shoot, short, Jay, no. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Atlantic's ball. 47-35, Trojans hanging in there, Roger Warren.
Hanging in there. It's just a matter of getting stops and putting one in.
Petty will throw it in for Atlantic. Kennick Jewell with 10 points to lead the Trojans. Here's Kennick again. Deep shot, no good. Rebound Gibson to the front court for Glenwood. Over to Steele. Down low to Schroeder. And Steele by Gavin McLaren. He jumped the passing route. Great job of McLaren to Hunter Nelson. And he throws it away almost. As Stout got the steal but knocked out of bounds. Atlantic will keep it. Under 5 to play, third quarter. 47-35, Rams by a dozen. McGoldrick, who had that 3 ball at the buzzers, checks in. Petty will throw it in for the far side. 4:57 to play. Third quarter, Hunter Nelson takes the inbounds. High and right for Atlantic. Nelson whips it over left baseline to Petty. He'll fire the triple, no good short. Rebound, Petty. Nice follow to Kennick. He'll fire a deep 3, no good. And the rebound, Bowmaker, the 6'4 sophomore for Glenwood, to give it up to Johnson.
Couple of good looks.
They did. Johnson, top of the circle. Off the screen from Bowmaker. McGoldrick. Back out top to Stout. Stout hands it off to Jack Johnson. 14 the shot clock for Glenwood as they work the ball around the perimeter. Now inside, outside. Drew Schroeder, 3-point shot, no. Rebound, Hunter Nelson for Atlantic. And he loses the handle. Now the ball ricochets and ping-pongs back to Jewell. Jewell baseline, Petty. Petty baseline drive, layup, good. 47-37. 10-point lead for Glenwood. Stout baseline out top. Aiden Gibson inside, layup up and no good. Bowmaker trying to get it to go, and the ball knocked out. It's going to be Glenwood's ball. Bowmaker in there with McGoldrick. Hunter Nelson comes out and Gage Gross in for the Trojans. Gross is sophomore, 47-37, a 10-point lead. Kick out top to Stout. Stout spinning, driving, layup, no. Foul called on Gavin McLaren. 3:38 to go. Third quarter. So Stout will shoot for Glenwood. 2 shots coming up for Stout. Full Stout with 8 points, 2 threes in the first half, and he missed that one. Glenwood had 6 threes in the first half. 47-37 Rams on top. Stout's free throw is good. Stout 1 for 2. 9 points for the 6'1 senior. Atlantic with the basketball. Jewell ahead to Gross, and Bowmaker knocks it out of bounds for his side. 3:31 to go third quarter. 11-point lead for the Rams. So Petty will throw it in. Out top to Kenny Jewell. Jewell at the top of the circle is over to Gross. Gross on the drive, skids to a stop, out to McLaren. Step back 3, short. Ironed out, rebound comes off to Jack Johnson. Over to McGoldrick. He loses the ball. Scooped up by Jewell. Atlantic back the other way in a hurry. Jewell, right baseline. Terrell for 3, knocked it down. Sawyer Terrell with a triple. Atlantic back in at 47-40. Into Johnson's shot, no good. 2 shots coming up for Glenwood. 2:55 to go. So Johnson will shoot a pair for the Rams. 48-40. Then with the lead, free throw by Johnson off the iron, no good. Second free throw coming up for Jack Johnson. Third quarter late, 2:55 to go. Johnson's second free throw is short. Rebound Sawyer Terrell for Atlantic. Out top to Grant Petty. 2:48 to go. Third quarter, Petty drives, layup, but no good. Cole Stout, rebound Rams.
Had him beat, just didn't finish.
Stout to the front. Spins in the block. Gibson at the top. Head fake off the screen, dribbles. Gets it left wing. Back out to Jack Johnson. Stanislav is back into the freshman. He's on that left baseline. Back out to Gibson. 48-40. Glenwood. Gibson drives. Runner off the glass. No good. Rebound Gavin McLaren for Atlantic. Back near side of Kenny Jewell. 2:10 to go. Third quarter. Jewell high and left. On the drive. Layup. No good. A foul call to the Rams. Not a bad foul there either. Jewell was headed for the basket.
He was headed for the hole.
So the inbounds for the Trojans. It'll be Gage Gross to throw it in. He'll be contested by Evan Stanislav of Glenwood. 2:08 to go, third quarter. Here we go. Gross will throw it to Gavin McLaren. McLaren drives, ball poked away, picked up by Stanislav. 8-point Glenwood lead, 2 minutes left, third quarter. The ball out top. Drew Schroeder spinning. Leaves it off near side to Bryce Keller. Stanislav, the lefty for 3. Good! Stanislav, the freshman, buries the 3. He has 5. Now it's 51-40 in favor of Glenwood. Blocking foul at the other end with 1:37 to play third quarter. Well, Coach Schulte's got a deep bench, Roger Warren.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
You know, he's been Stanislav, a freshman with a 3. Bryce Keller's been in there. McGoldrick Bowmaker's been in there as well. He's gone 9 deep in the first in this ball game. Atlantic will inbounds baseline, left side of the basket. Jewell to throw it in. To Gross, high and left. Back out top. Sawyer Terrell into Reed. Woodward lays it in.
Nice play.
51-42. Glenwood with the lead in the ball. Out top to Gibson. 1:20 to go third. Gibson left wing. Stanislav. Stout top of the circle. Stout driving. Schroeder takes the feed. In the block. Turnaround Jay. Good.
That was a tough shot.
Schroeder athletic.
Yeah. So he was all over him.
Well, Athletic moved there. He has 8 points. Atlantic with the ball down 4, 53-42, down by 11. 50 seconds to play, third quarter. Kenny Jewell dribbling out top of the circle. 20 on the shot clock, 44 in the game clock here in the third. Atlantic milking the clock here with Jewell, guarded by Schroeder, gives us some room. Schroeder on the defense, Kinnick, left wing, Woodward, baseline, Sawyer Terrell. Hand off to Jewell, and we have a whistle and a trap. Foul called, offensive foul.
They got a foul called on Sawyer.
Sawyer Terrell on the screen, 53-42.
If he'd have just stood there, the kid would have run into him.
Yeah.
But he was running, caused the contact.
11-point lead for the Rams in the basketball with 27 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Schroeder high and left at 20. Guarded by Gage Gross, top of the circle. Schroeder between the legs, lose the ball. Gets it back at 13. Ahead to Stanislaw, fires at 10, no good. Moya with the rebound for Atlantic, 7 seconds, 6. 5 seconds, 4. Moya on the dribble. Back to Gross, and a foul call on Glenwood with 2 seconds left to go in the third. That's going to be their third foul, or maybe 4. It is 4.
Yep.
So Atlantic will have the ball on their side. They'll have a chance.
Got about 3 seconds, so you got time to take one dribble and get it put up.
Gross will throw it in. 2 seconds to go in the third. Baseline, Jewell turns, shoots, no good. And that's it here after 3. 53-42, Glenwood with the lead over Atlantic. Keeping in mind the Trojans fell short by 20 the first time here 1 month ago. We're back right after these.
Offers in-town school transportation for Atlantic, Red Oak, Harlan, and Glenwood children.
Oak Point Wealth Management is making important changes to better serve you. Wealth manager Aaron Friend is proud to announce that Oak Point Wealth has partnered with LBL Financial, providing comprehensive tools and resources to support your financial goals. Aaron remains committed to serving Southwest Iowa with personalized service backed by LBL's dynamic technology and investment platform.
I'm excited to embrace independence and keep my focus on what matters most, my clients' best interests.
Visit www.oakpointwealth.com, 712-207-3521 to learn more about how Oak Point Wealth Management can help you pursue your financial goals.
Good coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate, and come up with a game plan to make their team better. Like a good coach, when you bring your vehicle to McAdee Tire, they listen to your concerns and give clear explanations on how they can help. They come up with a game plan to get your vehicle performing at its best. From tires to oil changes, brakes, engine repair, and more, McAdee Tire can assist in all your vehicle needs and help you feel prepared for all the competitions ahead. McAdee Tire and Service, where their game-winning service is always a slam dunk.
By 11, 53-42, Jewell to Grant Petty, out to McLaren, now Jewell. Molia, right wing, Yadier, kick out to Jewell, top of the circle. Jewell guarded by Schroeder, stops, pops the triple, no good. Whistle. And Kinnick Jewell, looks like he either rolled an ankle or a knee, Roger Warren, as Kinnick is shaken up. I don't know if there's any contact or not on that.
It looked like it I think when he came down on the other kid's ankle.
Oh, yep. So a timeout for an injury, and we'll take it with him as Kinnick. Looks like it's his ankle, that left ankle. We're back right after these.
Day sale at your Atlantic Hy-Vee. Only this Friday, January 10th. We have Hy-Vee one-step potatoes.
Just when you think he's Mr. Perfect, he wakes up and proves me wrong. You can't charge a junk battery. Look here, mister. Replace it. I called Atlantic Egg and Auto, gave them make and model, and they have a new battery waiting at the counter. Go now. Here's a Mr. Pibb and peanut M&Ms to tide you over so you don't have to make any stops. Atlantic and Audubon Egg and Auto, your only locally owned CarQuest retail stores. Your go-to for batteries, parts, and sometimes fixing relationship and his hunger problems.
Stinger then, we'll get him back in there. Gross will shoot for Atlantic. First one good. Gage Gross to the line for the Trojans. 53-43, Rams on top here in this fourth quarter. Second free throw good by Gross. He'll have a third one coming up on the 3 try. 53-44, Trojans hanging in there. 7:42 to play in the game. Second free throw by Gage Gross in the air, and it is no good. Gibson rebound for the Rams. Out top is Schroeder. Schroeder guarded top of the circle by Gage Gross. Schroeder high post to Gibson. Gibson at 6'4". Down the right lane, he's going to push it up and no good. Rebound Petty for Atlantic. Trojans have it, 7:20 to go in the game. Down 53-44, Grant Petty to Gavin McLaren. Gavin driving and a whistle. Looks like it's going to be out of bounds. Last touched by Caden Crouch, the 10th player to come in for Glenwood.
Gavin gets his body ahead of his feet.
So Gavin will at least gets the ball back here. Glenwood bringing in Steele and Jack Johnson back in the game. And Stout goes out along with Keller. Molia top of the circle for the Trojans. Inside to Petty, throws it away. Steal by Jack Johnson, ahead to Gibson, and it's tipped away. Nice job by Hunter Nelson getting down the floor, Roger.
Got down in front of him, and when he was about to take it up, got a hand on it.
So the Rams will have the basketball left side of the basket. Steele will throw it in. Lobs to Gibson. Fire out top. Stanislav, baseline Johnson drive off his toe. And we're going to see it's off a Trojan toe.
I think when he was dribbling, it went off of Gavin's foot.
Yep. Steele will throw it in for Glenwood, left side of the basket. 53-44 Glenwood. They get it right wing, back out top to Stanislav. Into Gibson. Stanislav, long two, missed. Rebound Gibson, and a whistle, another foul called. So Atlantic with their first foul in the fourth quarter, but it's going to be a shooting foul for Gibson. And so Gibson, the free throw line for the Rams. 53-44 Glenwood. Gibson, a 58% free throw shooter. And he fires it up, and it is good. Hayden Gibson entered the contest, averaging 20.56 per game. 8 points for him tonight, been held way down. Missed that free throw, and the rebound off to Petty. Gibson with 8 so far in the game. They get out top to Gavin McLaren. Back to Nelson. Hunter. Right wing to Gage Gross. Gross drives inside. Skids to a stop. Followed by Jake. Nice job by Gross. And Gross.
Nice pivot.
Yes, it was. He has 4 points. 54-46. 8-point lead for Glenwood. And Glenwood responds with Colin Steele's 3 at the other end. Steele knocked it down. Atlantic back the other way. Petty. Gross for 3. Missed the shot, fouled by Crouch, and now Gross back to the line for 3 more.
This time he's the one that got fouled. Now he gets to shoot his own free throws.
Gross 2 for 3. 57-46, Rams by 11. 6:03 to play in this one. And Gage Gross, free throw on the way, good. Gross 3 for 4 off the line. Second free throw coming up. 5 points for the sophomore. Second free throw is good. 57-48. Gross can make an 8-point game and make it 3 for 3 here this trip. Third free throw. No good. Rebound, Aiden Gibson for
Something
Glenwood.
about that last one. Making 3 of them.
I know it. Jack Johnson with the ball, top of the circle, now in the circle. And he throws, almost threw it away. He wanted to go to Steele on that left wing and almost stole by Gross. Throw in by Glenwood. Steele out top to Jack Johnson. 5:49 to play. Glenwood by 9, 57-48. Baseline. Steele for 3. Missed it off the heel. And the rebound, Grant Petty for Atlantic. He's had a good game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hunter Nelson will finish it across the timeline for the Trojans. Over to Gross. Gross driving. Cut off. Gab McLaren. Spins it up, loses the handle. Johnson Steele. Ahead to Stanislav. The lefty lays it in. And a timeout called by the Trojans. 5:17 left. 59-48. Rams with the lead.
We're embracing new changes to better serve you.
At Seed Pros, our mission is to be your business partner every day of every season.
Pioneer Hybrid International was founded in Iowa back in 1926 and is still American today. Not many other seed providers can make that claim.
We partner with you to continually push the limits by combining elite seed genetics, local infield knowledge, along with customer service second to none.
We are with you from the word go. Contact Mark Van Tiger, Gary Dinkla, Nick Knudsen, or John Becker to partner with a team that puts your business needs first.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
With the 11-point lead over Atlantic, and the Trojans will inbounds with 5:17 to play. Petty into Hunter Nelson. Full court press put on by the Rams ahead to Gross. Gross to the backcourt. Double team back out to Petty. He'll swing it and throws it away. Steal by Crouch. Ahead to Johnson. He loses the handle. Foul called on Gage Gross. And for Atlantic, that's going to be foul number 2. In this 4th stanza. Glenwood will throw it in. Steele will toss it in left side of the basket. Nope, it's not going to be Steele. They're going to shoot it.
They're going to shoot it. I see that.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Well, I kind of wondered.
Yeah.
I thought it was a shooting foul, but.
Johnson's first free throw good. Jack Johnson's second one coming up. 9 points. For Johnson's second free throw, good. Johnson with 10. 5 minutes to play. Rams 61-48 lead. Petty with it in the backcourt. And we got a whistle. 10-second call. Turnover Atlantic. Good defense by Glenwood. 4:53 left. So Atlantic going with an interesting lineup. We've seen Nelson and Gross. Terrell's been in there as well. Kenny Jewell is injured, and looks like he's walking a little bit better there. Trying to walk off that ankle.
Walk it off.
Yeah. Molia comes out, and Woodward comes in for Atlantic. 13-point lead for Glenwood here with 4:53 left to play. So here we go, the inbounds pass to Jack Johnson. He'll bring it across the half-court line off the screen. Johnson tries, another foul call on the Trojans. Hunter Nelson with this one, with 4:47 to play. And they're going to shoot this one. Jack Johnson back to the line. Johnson with 10 points. Free throw is in and out, no good. Johnson had 8 points in that first half. 10 so far for the game. Free throw missed, and Aiden Gibson with the rebound. He'll put it up in and no good. And Johnson knocks it out for Glenwood. Atlanta gets the ball back. Johnson with 10. Steele has 11 for Glenwood. His 2 threes. Trojans have the ball in the front court. Woodward on the drive, left side. Out top to Gross, and they throw it away. 4:31 to go. 61-48. Rams on top of the Seed Pros scoreboard. So here we go. Steele will throw it in out top. Jack Johnson brings it across for the Rams. Johnson high and right. And the ball turned over.
Yeah.
You know, I mean. Inbounds Trojans. Gage Gross in the backcourt for Atlantic. Back to the middle. Gavin McLaren against the press. 4:16 to play. Nelson baseline. Terrell for 3. Too strong. Woodward rebound. Put back is no good. We got a foul called on the Rams. So that'll put Woodward at the free throw line. 61-48. 4:07 to play here in this one at Glenwood. Lee Woodward eyes the rim, dips his knees, spins it up, no good. Second free throw coming up for the senior. 13-point lead for the Rams, 4:07 to play in this one. Free throw. Good. Woodward got it.
That looked better on the second one.
Yeah. Woodward 3 points for the Trojans. Jack Johnson, Gibson high and left. 4 minutes to play. 61-49 Rams. Steele. Stanislav, the lefty for three. No good. Gibson put back, no. Ball swatted to Gross. Atlantic with numbers. 2-on-1 break. Gross down the left side across to Sawyer Terrell. And Terrell can't save it. Out of bounds it goes.
He probably should have dribbled that one right back out.
He could have. He had numbers at first, and then good coverage by Glenwood, and
just dribble it back out.
12-point lead for the Rams. 3:43 to play.
But as a sophomore, those are the things you learn.
Oh, absolutely. So Terrell in there with Gage Gross for Atlantic, Hunter Nelson, Woodward, and Gavin McLaren. Jack Johnson baseline is Stanislav for three. Good.
The way he shoots that, you know he's not going to miss too many.
That guy's going to be only a freshman. And the Rams open up a lead. Hunter Nelson for three. Good! Hunter Nelson answers at the other end. 64-52 Rams, 3:20 to play. Jack Johnson across the timeline. Ahead to Steele. 3:10 to go. High post. Aidens Gibson. Steele. Gibson, top of the circle. He's averaging 20, fires a three. Got her to go. Rattled her home. He's a big three there. Gibson with 11 points here in the ball game. Atlantic to the front, down by 15 now, 67-52, and a turnover Trojans. Petty back in. Woodward out for Atlantic. 2:50 left, 67-52 Rams. Kenny Jewell still trying to walk off that ankle. And in fact, Atlantic with a couple of guards now with bad ankles. Hudson couldn't play tonight because of an ankle injury. And we hope Kenny can get that thing, both of those guys can get that straightened out.
Rub a little dirt on it.
Yeah, there you go. Schroeder across the half-court line. Under 3 to play now in the game. High post to Stout. Stanislav. Back to Stout, high and right, down low to Gibson. Double team, Stout, right wing, beyond the arc. Schroeder, 15 the shot clock. Into Gibson, he'll post up, fall away, shoot from two, good. 13. Now for Gibson. And the Rams open up a lead here, 69-52. With 2:16 to play, Trojans turn it over. So Gibson starting to get his points. He averages 20. He's got 13. Schroeder, top of the circle. Glenwood, left wing Stanislav, baseline steal. Hand to hit Gibson. Turn around, shot good. 15 now for Gibson. And the Rams up big. Double dribble of Trojans. 71-52, but they hung in there early.
And the wheels are kind of falling off.
Yeah, but they hung in early on.
Yeah, just that 10, 11-point gap just couldn't quite get over.
Kenny Jewell went down with the ankle, and that didn't help any.
Well, that's one of your ball handlers bringing the ball up the floor.
Yeah. Under 2 to go. As Coach Schulte empties his bench, we're picking them up here as we go. Carlo with it. Back out top. They work over to Langill. And a whistle, a player control foul on Langill. Bodie Langill, the 6'2 sophomore. Atlantic will empty their bench as well with 1:44 to go. 71-52. Connor Johnson comes in. Devon Fields is in. For the Trojans.
Well, you can only play with 5.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 6 coming in there. Atlantic will play Kemper on Friday night at Kemper. And we'll have the broadcast on 95.9 7 FM and on our live video stream, westernouttoday.com. Atlantic with the front court. They work the ball inside. Jump shot up and no good. The rebound knocked into the hands of the Rams. Pulled down by Stevens. Driving inside, layup no good. A wild shot by Virginio Rangel Gonzalez. Trojans back the other way, and Gonzalez flies in, tries to get a steal. Here's Miles Stanton. Carlo, left wing. He'll take it up and in.
Move.
Yeah. Ben Carlo wanted to earn some playing time, huh? In the Glenwood student section, he must be a
one of those fan favorites.
Fan favorite. Toyle with the ball. Atlantic down 73-52. Double drive. Ritter can't get it to go. Carlo takes the kick out. 45 seconds to go. Carlo top of the key. Nice move. Carlo layup.
Second one.
75-52. Ritter from the top. He'll fire. God!
You got 2 out of it.
Long 2 for Ritter. 75-54. 19 seconds to go. Rams will pick up their 8th win of the season. Gonzalez following jumper good. 7
That's
seconds.
when you know things are going your way.
Oh, yeah. Driving, Terrell. And with a steal, that's going to be it. 77-54, Glenwood over Atlantic tonight. And the Rams go to 8-2 in the season. Atlantic will fall to 2-7 and head for Kemper coming up for this Friday night. We'll take a break and wrap things up here from Glenwood, a 95.7 FM on our live video stream on westernouttoday.com. Postgame show brought to you by Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Weight loss surgery. RSVP now for a free information.
First Winnie Bank is the longest standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Winnie Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
77-54. Trojans, Roger Warren kept it close early, 16-13. Rams at 41-31 at the halftime break. But the Trojans kind of hung in there. They trailed 41-34 at one point, 43-35 there in that third quarter. But that fourth quarter, Kenny Jewell went out with the ankle injury, and then things just kind of
Well, they cut it to, what was it, 8 or 9?
Yeah.
When Gross got fouled or came in for Kinnick, that got it down to 9, and they kind of held it there for a while, and then the wheels started coming off with the press and the turnovers.
77-54, the final. Aiden Gibson had 15 for the Glenwood Rams, averaging 20 a game, but he ended up getting his points there that fourth quarter. Glenwood had 6 threes, 6 threes in the first half, and they had 4. They had 11 threes in the game. Yeah, in the game. Go back.
Well, I know Stanislav had 2 of them, 2 or 3.
So 6 in the first half and 4. They had 10 threes in the ball game. Atlantic had their share as well, Roger Warren, with Eddie getting 2 in the first half. Hunter Nelson ended up with 4 threes in the ball game for Atlantic. And Terrell had a 3. Jewell had a 3 ball. So not a bad shooting night from long range for the Trojans tonight here, but they fall short to 77-54 here over Glenwood. Post-game show brought to you by Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
About weight loss surgery. RSVP now for a free informational session at Cass Health. Weight loss surgeon Dr. William Rizek is giving a presentation all about gastric sleeve surgery, and our team will be on hand to answer your questions. You might qualify for gastric sleeve surgery if you have a BMI of 35 or a BMI of 30 and have a pre-existing health condition. Sign up now at casshealth.org/weight loss to attend this free session on Wednesday, January 8th at Cass Health.
Welcome back to Glenwood. Tom Robinson, Roger Warren. Coming up on Thursday, we'll have high school wrestling Atlantic at Harlan. For that triangular with Denison and Harlan, we'll have coverage starting at 5:20. The first match at 5:30. Atlantic Denison, Atlantic Harlan. And then Saturday, of course, we have the complete coverage of the Roland Dyer wrestling tournament. We'll be at Kemper on Friday night for a girl-boy doubleheader. Roger, Warren, and I will be back for that one, too. Busy week this week, Roger, and
just
looking forward to it.
Kind of want to tell everybody that, up at Kemper, we don't have the best place to film from, so.
But we're going to get it done.
We're going to give it a try. And
we'll be on the
we'll be
up
able
on the
to
balcony.
see what's going on, yeah.
Good
So
place.
It's going to be an end zone view.
That's right. Do the best we can up there. But anyway, the final score here, Atlantic and boys and girls do split. The boys' side 77-54. Glenwood with the win of the Trojans. And on the girls' side, it was 43-38 Atlantic with the win there. That'll wrap things up. Roger, thanks a bunch, and we'll see you Friday night at Kemper.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us here on 95.7 FM. The Trojans and the Rams again split 77-54 Glenwood on the boys' side. On the girls' side, it was Atlantic 43, Glenwood 38. Thanks for joining us, and have a great rest of the evening.
Stay warm.
On KS 95.7.